Man, how are you?
I am cold.
It's not like I don't see you every day. I see you all the time.
I have frostbite from the other day.
Oh my God, you should, huh? Was it that cold? Everybody wants to know. Hey, welcome everybody. Let me say hi. Why don't you and I say hi to everybody? Because we love these people, man. Don't we?
I love you.
I'm waiting for that to come up on our big screen there. I'm wondering if there's something wrong.
Is it
Why don't
playing?
you stay and talk, and let me go hit something over here real quick.
Let me
make sure we're
launch
good.
it.
Oh, we're good.
Oh,
We should be good.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're so good. We're good. We're great.
I just need to hit something over here real fast, and then I'll be right back to you folks in 1 minute.
Oh, it
No,
says-
we're
it
good.
says we're live. I just picked up the hat, so we're good.
Oh, okay,
I'll
perfect.
look at questions on here too.
What's that?
I'll look on questions on my phone too.
All right, perfect. That's good to hear. Somebody knows what they're doing around here.
Hi, Dan Smith.
Dan
How are
Smith
ya?
is a prince of a guy, let me tell you.
Do I know Dan?
All right, here I am. You might. Dan was here with his wife, Kim, and they were selling raffle tickets and helping us out. So they're super great people, let me tell you. Wonderful people. Mike Morrison, before we get started tonight, I need to thank some new sponsors. But before I thank the new sponsors, I need to do something else. I need to present you with one of the very first ones because, as I've told the story here many times before, I'm almost choking up. You walked me back to this empty room a few years ago, one of the biggest mistakes you ever made. You said, how would you like this to be your podcast video?
I did.
You are the man. And then Paisano followed along, Jeff Jessup.
Fell for it.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
I love you.
Really. I love you too, man. Love you
Don't
too.
get choked up. 'Cause I'll start crying.
Getting choked up, everybody. All right, we got a whole bunch. Let me catch up on some questions here. There's a guy that wants us to. He doesn't have his name. That's why I say guy. Wants us to talk about the 30-30. We'll get into that in a moment. Dan Smith. Hello to all the fine folks of the Friedman Adventures family. Thank you, Mike and Phil. This is going to be good. A lot of pressure because, man, you with that jump into the ocean, that was fantastic. I love that. 5,000 views already.
I feel like I could have done a little better with the knee tuck, but the splash was good because I warned everybody about the splash zone, didn't I? Said,
You did.
SeaWorld, back
Did you
up.
see the splash in slow-mo coming right at my camera? Man, you
Damien
got
got
me.
hosed.
He did?
He almost ruined his camera over it.
Were you aiming for him?
I was aiming for everybody. Everybody was getting this. I
figured
if
it
I'm
was-
putting up, you guys are all putting up.
That was fun.
That was
Albert Ponce. Good evening, fellas. Albert, you're the man. Hey, I returned a call to you today, but we missed one another. We'll talk tomorrow for sure. Brett Enter. You are loud and clear. Brett is a super good guy. I see him at Bass Pro Shops. He lives out that way. Super good guy, and he was on a relentless charter with us, and we had just an absolutely good time. New sponsor, the Apollo, right here at 22nd Street Landing.
They sponsored the
They
show.
are sponsoring the show, and they
Holy
have
crap.
some openings. I know. It's unbelievable,
We can
right?
talk about them. I have some things in the works.
Oh, good. All right. Well, you can call Lori right now and book because the boat looks great. The galley is completely refurbished. It's perfect for multi-day fishing. We have a 2-day trip at the end of May. We're setting some more stuff up for Seaforth Sport Fishing. So they're here at 22nd Street, and they bounce down to San Diego. And you should give them a call, 619-761-0882. Also, Daiwa, we've got to mention them. Daiwa, our number one rod and reel sponsor. Can't thank you enough. Opsin Fluorocarbon, we're giving away three $30 certificates, credits. So you can get some Opsin. And Greg Brown, the owner, he actually wrote the questions. I think he's sick and tired of my stupid questions. So
Okay.
he wrote the questions. We'll do that. Malahini down there at beautiful H&M Landing with Captain Bill Wilkerson. Your buddy, Tucker McCombs, Ventura Sport Fishing. 22nd Street Landing, our home. Your home, my home. We live down here. We see each other every day.
Awful.
El Patron going down to Puerto Vallarta. Are they going to run out here in the interim?
Yeah, they're
It's looking good, by the way.
Nothing's official whatsoever. We can always use another boat. Like
Yeah.
we had the Outrider here, the Ultra here. It's kind of another one of those deals, but nothing's been pegged down because I don't know what their plan is gonna be end game wise. They could go down, they could stay up here. They still have a lot of work to do. The boat was ready to go.
Yeah.
They decided to rip it apart and make it nice and new again.
God, I know. They're doing a lot of work.
They
on
got
it.
they got the heavy hitters in there. That thing's gonna be beautiful.
It really is.
Same guys that did the Amigo, same guys that did the Freedom.
Oh, really?
You know, like the Dinko and Eddie and Dean and all those guys are getting in there hot and heavy, and it's going to be turnkey.
I just saw Chris, man. He looked beat. He was working on the boat all day, but
that guy runs ragged like we do.
I know,
Burning
man.
a
Just
candle.
24/7, right? And Fish Taco Chronicles magazine. We should have the magazine here. I blew that.
You blew it.
And Blacktail Hooks, our friend Sky. So good stuff. Yeah,
Sky likes to party. He's
Yeah.
the man.
yeah, he's a good
He
guy.
is a good dude.
Funny guy. Funny sense of humor. I like the guy.
You guys got to go stop by Best Fishing. It's those guys are a freaking riot. or when he puts a charter up there with space that he has, and he booked Amigo for sure for 2 or 3 trips.
Yeah.
And sometimes he needs openings, but he'll do that in house at his shop. That's really the only way you're gonna.
Oh,
know
he puts
about
it on like a chalkboard or something?
Well, he's got like just like
What?
a little flyer on the counter, and so come
okay.
see me, and then he screens you. So, but those trips are a freaking blast.
He screens you to see if you're the kind of
See
person
if
he
you're gonna
wants
fit
on.
in. I mean,
Yeah, I get it.
Like just to answer, I started to skip other people, but Steve Berm wants to know about charters. The open party trip, you guys all been on open party trips. You just fish with everybody. But on a private charter, you gotta have a group that kind of gels well. It's like your groups. You don't screen them. You'll take everybody, but you really want to fish with this guy because every time he's on the trip.
But you're right. I'll take anybody the first time. But
Yeah.
if you run into some guy who's
No,
a
you
real
got- yeah, you
jerk
gotta
and
feel
creating
it out.
problems,
You gotta feel it
you
out.
don't invite him back.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean.
And then you know how that is, man. Everybody knows each other. They're all
Yeah.
pulling for one another. You're
They
helping
don't
one
even
another.
care what happens. They just want to get on a boat ride.
Right.
The fishing, people are going to stay at the rail all night and day, and other people are going to go on the galley and go eat,
Play
chill
cards
out,
or
take a
whatever.
nap. I mean, it's zero expectations, and you have killing squads that go out. It's a whole other different group.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Damien's trip, he's out the rail. The anchor goes over, you're up. You
Yeah,
don't get
yeah.
to take a nap.
Right.
Those guys are fishing.
Right.
That's you learn a lot on those trips.
Some depraved humans will actually go in the galley and make bets with Scott Buchert on basketball games and stuff. What kind of a human being would do that? I'm not sure.
He owes me $20 for sure.
He does?
I didn't make the bet yet, but I'm sure you take 10, I take 10.
Somebody just said, hello, how is Scotty doing? I didn't even see that.
That's Scotty.
He's gambling with Mike too much. That's what he's doing. Hey, Jeff Yeomans, 540 Slinger says hi. Mike and Phil, Jeff's super great guy. Thank you for your service. There's so many funny guys that come down to this land. I love this place. I mean, but honestly, you and I joke all the time. I seriously don't know how you do it. I mean, first of all, you got to deal with all these guys.
I pretend I'm in a mental hospital.
You
This
are,
works.
aren't
This is my
you?
Therapy, yes.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, sport fishing captains gravitate toward that business for many reasons. Love of the sea, love to fish and everything else. But the other thing is their independence and they don't listen to authority kind of.
Yeah, no,
They don't
we're-
like that. And
We're hands off for all practical purposes. You stay within the law. You stay within all
Yeah.
the safety. And you go through Coast Guard inspections, and you go through the Fish and Wildlife, I won't call it harassment, but, there are inspections as well. And if you're in the boundaries, you can do whatever heck you want as long as you're within there. And,
But
and we're
there's-
in the middle of nowhere, and you're disconnected.
There's sometimes when you need to come together as a group, and that's tough. It's like herding cats, as they would say.
It's worse than that.
Yeah, I know, man. It's brutal. And so you got that whole office. There's all that inventory. You got Tony, I know he's great, and Janelle and other people, but there's a lot of freaking, I don't know how you do it. And then you're running boats and you're fishing bait at night, and you're a good family man. You manage to keep that all together. Wow.
I'm a mess. I just left softball practice across the
Did
street.
you?
I had to move practice over here so I could make the show.
Oh, shoot. How'd that go?
It was fun.
Yeah, it's kind of dark out, so it was time to call practice
Oh yeah,
almost,
no,
right?
we're good. I'm just playing. It was a pre-first practice. I wanted to just introduce the girls to each other. That was fun.
Yeah. Scott Buchert is doing fine, by the way. I don't even know what your name is up there, but why don't you type your name in there so I know what to say to you? All right. Joe V. Is that Joe Villarreal? I don't know. Question for Mike. Would 22nd Street Landing ever consider taking deposits on open party trips? The San Diego landings offer this, and it makes it so much easier to secure a future booking. So why don't you do it? Or do you do it?
Well,
You're considering it right now. Hey,
Yeah.
Joe V.
Joe B, we are in the works of changing our database. Chad Woods from sportfishingreport.com does a lot of the landings bookings. His software is pretty cool. There's multiple features that we have started to use when it comes to taking more money, taking less money, whatever it may be. But let's jump all over the place here tonight.
Yeah, do that.
The Apollo. For years, I've been begging Mark to bring the Independence up here for 3-day trips. Back in the day, they used to do them. Back in the
Wow.
day, they used to run
I think it's a good idea.
trips. It's not going to happen because Independence belongs down there. You know, like, but now, Jeff and Ricky and Greg acquired the Apollo.
Yeah.
That boat is capable of doing
5-day trip.
5-day trips with bait, no problem.
Yeah.
We're going to do some 10-day research trip that has no fishing, but it has the ability to do what I want up here, what Jeff wants to do up here. So, 3-day trip, excuse me, a 3-day trip out of here, and let's say a 3-day April trip. Disregard tuna. This anomaly. People caught tuna yesterday.
Where?
I can't tell you because it's more to secrecy.
Well, wait a minute now.
Pretty goddamn close.
You don't have to tell me though. But is that true?
Are
we breaking?
We're in 3/4 day range.
A bluefin?
Before lunchtime range.
Yesterday.
Yes. So there's
So
tuna.
some private boater that you know or somebody.
We're tuna fishing as soon as these boats are online, and it's nauseating to say it, but
this is breaking news.
Yeah, there's tuna right here. You just got to get out there and find them.
So
there's tuna on the bank still. There's tuna. There's tuna. You remember where we left the tuna right there behind Catalina Island?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's still there.
It's
hell?
just here, and it's 60 pound. It's new fish.
Why do you say it's nauseated? It's a blessing. Is what it is.
I'm running. I
You're
don't
over it?
want any sort of normalcy. Don't get me wrong. I love it. This is cool. But it's like, when are we gonna get back to like leadhead and squid, dude?
Yeah, I know.
When are we gonna go? Like, hey, let's go charter the True Line and go fish Clementi. Let's go let
catch a
John
bunch
go.
of bass
John go crazy and let us go fish his bass spots.
Yeah.
You know, like, dude, for real. Like, that's what I want to go do.
Yeah.
No, my son's gonna catch a 15, 20, 30, 100 pound bluefin tuna before June this year.
Yeah, I know. It's and like you say, we'd be catching them right now if it wasn't for this crappy weather.
If I wanted to
we've been
send the
having.
half-day boat out tomorrow to catch a tuna,
we
probably could.
It's inside here, huh?
It's close.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm guessing
But
Lawson's no, 14-mile bank.
Here today, gone tomorrow. So it's
Yeah.
like, you know, it's a fluke for all practical purposes. Jumbo, massive schools, bluefin tuna with an eyesight from this place.
Wow.
So who cares? It's out. The cat's out the bag. Weather's gonna be nice. Go fish on your skiff tomorrow.
Where?
I'm not telling you. Burn your fuel.
Will you whisper it to me after the show?
No, because you got a big mouth. So back to the Apollo.
Yeah.
A 3-day on the Apollo. I'm going to throw a number out there. And I think I'm probably going to be close for San Diego prices. We got the San Diego prices because and I'm not talking schmack, but San Diego's better than us. They charge a lot more money, but they also pay more percentages on certain things. So the numbers are factored in. I can't tell you why we price these things into it, but I can. It's a lot of different costs. But the Apollo 3-day, 4-day trips can be like $1,500. Call it that. The Freedom, the Apollo. The Freedom's 2-day trip, $725 including meals. That's a 2-day trip. They have plenty of bait. They can get it done. On a trip like that, of a $1,500 caliber, that's going to push us into like making payments. I'm not going to make partial payments on a half-day ticket. I'm not going to make a partial payment on the Pursuit. I'm not going to make a partial payment on that. But this is where he's going with it.
Yeah.
In a $2,000 price range, oh yeah, no, for sure. It's like we'll treat it like a charter. We'll take $500 up front. 30 days later, we'll take another $500. And depending on how far out it is, we have the ability now to take multiple payments at a different thing, but we don't have our ticket price up that high to really warrant to break down multiple.
But like a 3-day trip on the Apollo, you'd think.
I'm talking to Jeff and Lori right now. I'm probably going to put a 2.5, 3-day up in June, midweek.
Yeah.
If he can get this trip out, I got a multi-day boat. I don't want it fishing overnight. Jeff doesn't want it fishing overnight.
Yeah, right.
So let's just pretend it's April.
Yeah.
Normal April.
Yeah.
On a 3-day trip?
Yeah.
Well, they might even not even stop at the bait barge. There's squid everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's amazing this year.
And we're talking about a 3-day trip, which Mark explained it to me, because this is foreign to me, San Diego terminology. 3-day trip, leaving at 11 a.m., and then fishing, and then back. So to me, it's like it gets back in the morning on the next 3rd day.
Yeah.
I got to pencil it out to really make sense to it.
Yeah.
But it gives you 3 full nights of fishing.
Yeah.
God forbid you go out to Tanner. April 1st, we can keep rockfish now.
Yeah.
So we go to Tanner. We can catch sheephead, whitefish, all kinds of rockfish. We're good to go.
Yeah.
Go out to Tanner, check it out. Not biting. Run up to Nick. Catch sea bass. Go back out. Bluefin are biting. So like you can literally, it's April with good weather. You might be able to put a yellowtail, a
sea
halibut,
bass.
a sea bass, a calico bass, and a bluefin tuna.
Yeah, and rockfish.
And that is, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, let's start there. Rockfish, because that's my
Yeah.
jam.
me too.
And you can go catch rockfish anywhere.
Yeah,
That it's the best trip on earth for what we do. You
Absolutely.
can go down and fish down south and do this stuff, but you don't gotta get an airplane. You literally are gonna leave from here. You might even show up at Rosa to Nick to Tanner to Cortez to Clemente. There's just too many variables
There
that you
really
can do
is.
from a multi-day range here. What boat we were talking last time I was on here? Went all the way up and caught albacore.
Oh, the Intrepid, I believe it was.
that's an option.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if there's...
It's an option. So
I haven't made my
having
albacore. Well, let me make my albacore prediction first.
We're gonna work on this bet thing later.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna work on something. But having a multi-day, a legit multi-day option out of 22nd Street Landing, we can fish the Ensenada fish. We can fish below. We just have to add a half-day trip to that.
Yeah.
So if it's a 3-day, it's a 3.5 day. So just an 8-hour further for us to go wherever we need to go.
Right.
The option's there. So we can run it. We haven't had the opportunity. Moving forward, the Pride, the Vigo, the Apollo. What's the next, 15 to 24 passenger boat that we can put in here to not compete, but move forward and turn this thing into full blown grand scale, half day, 3/4 day, all you want option.
You're
here.
getting there, man.
So
and
we're
you got the
right.
El Patron.
Yeah.
And he does 15 knots if he wants to. He's fast.
Wait until he does that too many times.
Yeah, I know. I talked to him about it, and he said, when we're running to the island, we're going to run 10 knots.
Yeah.
But if we hear there's fish somewhere, we're going
Yeah.
to bump it up and run 15.
I'm 100% on that. But
yeah.
there's just so much more that we can do. Sean on the Pride did fish Anacapa a lot. And what's the next island next to that? I don't even know off the top of my head.
Cruise.
Yeah.
Cruise.
So Sean fished up there, but he also said he fished up there, and I know he fished Santa Barbara instead. So you don't really know where you're going to end up, but on a reverse day and a half, a day and 3/4 out of here, which is something cool that boats were starting to do, it leaves you up to catch just about anything. You leave in an early morning trip, you get your sardine, make your squid, catch your sea bass, fish whatever the heck else you're going to do on a day and 3/4, get another full night of fishing in too. So nothing's off the books here.
Right.
We're doing it.
Right.
We got to adapt to whatever the hell we're doing. So.
I know, man. And this bluefin, it just seems to not go anywhere. And now with all this squid, the whole food chain thing is working right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's the magnet that's moving all that sea bass and halibut and yellowtail.
If I'm not mistaken, one of the Davies Locker boats caught limits of bonita the other day at Catalina. This is just.
I know, it's freezing out there. It's counterintuitive, but
it's cool.
It's really bitching. You can't.
We're rewriting rule books.
We
Stuff
are.
that Mark and Paul and Tom and all those guys. Oh yeah, they're like, oh no, this never really happened before. What is this?
Yeah, with the
I
Dorado
don't
and
have
the
an
bluefin.
answer. What's the cycle? What's the next cycle? I want sand bass and barracuda 365 days a year. That's me though.
Dude, the reason I didn't get my captain's license was when I was a deckhand on the Redondo Special, we went through a couple of years where with 60 people on the boat, you'd be lucky to catch a blue perch and,
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, this fishery is, we just project 30 years into the future. There's not going to be any fish left. And that's another great prediction of mine. It's better now than it has ever been.
And on that note, there was questions on here before. Now that you guys are watching, you guys know that we got our March taken away, April 1st. Big whoop do you do? We can go and catch yellows. We can go and catch sea bass. It just means we're going to have to go focus in on other things than rockfish during March.
Yeah.
The weather's incredible in March. We're going fishing.
Right.
Pursuit will be running March 1st or sooner.
Right.
They're slapping a last coat of paint on there. They have a handful of things to wrap up.
Man, he
They're gonna be
keeps
running.
that boat looking good.
The thing's bad.
Yeah.
They do a good job
Yeah.
over there. But
Yeah,
it's not the end of the
world.
we're not the rockfish landing. We're in between. We're such a you don't know what you're gonna go catch. We might have to advertise rockfish trips, but we don't have to. 'Cause
Right.
We can go anywhere within 30 to 90 miles and catch whatever we want from here, and that's close. It's endless.
You talk about Tanner Bank. That course line from San Diego to Tanner, sucks. It's much better leaving from Pedro in terms of comfort, if there's some wind and a swell.
Only going home's in your favor.
I never ever thought, when we were down in San Diego, when I decked down in San Diego, you never wanted to be caught near a local boat, and for sure you'd slit your wrists if you were near an LA Orange County boat. Now it's funny to see the Royal Polaris fishing next to the Pursuit some days, right? It's just, like you said, the whole world is flipped upside down.
John, I was on the boat one day. John gets on the PA. He goes, "Hey guys, those guys right there, they spent $975 to fish next to me at Catalina Island."
Could they hear it? Probably. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, do you know a guy named Sarkis? He says Morrison is the man. The poor guy.
That's Uncle Sam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
good guy.
He's all right.
The guy that I didn't know whose name it was, it's Chris. Chris, great to have you on board with us. He worked on the Victory 2015 to 16 with Scott Buchert.
Oh my.
Have you seen a psychologist? Or maybe you jump over the psychologist, go right for the psychiatry. You're gonna need some pills, or what do you call it, drugs. Ernie Montano, you know Ernie, don't you?
Ernie's cool.
He's a great guy. Great conversation. Love the talk of tuna. Thank you, Ernie. Breaking news here, folks. If you are tuning in right now, Mike Morrison says there is bluefin tuna within half-day boat range of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro.
Just go any direction.
He won't divulge to me where it is yet, but sometime during the show, I'm going to start tickling his foot until he tells us all. When we have a little thing where we do that once in a while, it drives him nuts.
What's their safety word?
Ernie says he's thrilled about that. Chuck Zimmer, we were just where'd your mic go? Chuck Zimmer, Chuck.
Your foot now.
It was so. You're tickling your foot too much. It was so nice to be on that whale watch trip with Tom Durr and you, and a couple of the girls I work with at the Orange County Fair. And Chuck shot some awesome. In fact, you'll see it up here.
Chuck's hired.
Chuck shot some awesome drone footage of whales and everything else, sent over something that he edited up. Now, the one thing I got a beef with Chuck, okay? Tom Durr is waiting for me to edit up the stuff that when we were out there. He called me today and said, hey, this is a little, give me some time. It's going to take a while. Then Chuck edits up this beautiful thing and sends it over to him, making me look bad, Chuck. No, but great guy. Fun over there at the Redondo Rod and Gun Club. We got their support, they got ours, and it's good to see it. It's 22nd Street Landing going to the upcoming shows.
I am. I just left to the printer today doing my new backdrop. I will be at the PCS show. I should be right in the same location, right next to the demonstration stage. And then I will be at the Bart Hall show. And my liver's going to hate me.
I'll set you up with Paco, the bartender. Then your liver will go right down the tube.
The guy right across over,
he's got a big beard.
That guy was awesome.
You know Paco?
I don't know him now. I know his name
He's
now.
a great guy,
Dude,
yeah.
Paco is the man.
He's the man, let me tell you. Yeah, and breaking news, Bill DePriest will be on the show here shortly. I think 2 more weeks. Bill DePriest from the PCS show will be right here in the Freeman Adventures studio at 22nd Street Landing. I almost couldn't remember what this place is.
Bill's cool.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So we were having a discussion last time when you have people that come on here and they say, don't go to the Bart Hall show, go to the PC, or vice versa. And whoever was here, who was that? Who did I have on here last week?
I said, don't go to the Bart Hall show?
Who was on here live last week? Anyway, I can't even remember.
Oh.
Whoever it was said, go to all the shows. Stop this nonsense.
No. There's no reason to not go to any show. The PCS show is going to flourish. It's going to be a big ass show. It's gonna be. I'm not gonna say that the Bart Hall show. I don't know what to expect, but the Long Beach show, the Long Beach Convention Center show, is my show.
Yeah,
that's my show.
Yeah,
it's mine.
It's yours.
It's my show.
Okay,
that's it.
Have you talked to Bart about this?
No, I should have bought it like a while ago. But it's my show. It's my
Shoulda,
people.
coulda,
They're all
woulda.
my people. Like if you walk down my aisle, it's my aisle.
What number aisle is that?
Well,
it's your aisle.
It's 808.
Well,
that's my booth
wow.
number. And if I get any other number, then I'm gonna take that guy's spot. But 808, 809, 810. It's close. These are my people. I have all of the 110 and the 710 freeway. Those are my people.
Nice. I love it. Yeah,
no,
I love
but
it.
the cool part, you are well traveled. I don't leave San Pedro. I know San Diego. I know Ventura. I love fishing with Tucker. I love fishing with Sean Stewart. I love fishing on the Mission Bell. I mean, like, I get around. I fish.
Yeah.
But it was really cool to be in Orange County looking at people that have never been here. Example, the latter part of the Pride season up here, November and December, those guys never fished here.
Yeah.
Never. They came up and they're like me. They're like, why would I go to LA? And they're like, why would I go back to San Diego? So it's pretty cool. Like, we're all creatures of habit, like going to our own same places.
Yeah, you get comfortable and
These shows are really cool to me. I might go do an Inland Empire show to go see where I can stop those people from driving up north or driving down south.
yeah.
Just because we're it.
I'm going to give you a big plug tomorrow night at the Challengers Angler Club.
What is that?
I don't know. I forget. I mean, my schedule is so busy. I look at that like a half hour before I have to be there. It's in Azusa, I think.
We need to kick around. You remember when the El Nino first hit?
Yeah.
And there was like 900 different like fishing clubs.
Yeah.
Like Casey Anglers and.
They're still going.
No.
Yeah.
I know. But there's like, a lot of them.
Shout out to Casey Anglers.
Yeah, I might collab with a handful of clubs and old presidents and things like that just kind of like lost steam. And we might do a 22nd Street Landing club
That'd be
of
awesome.
some sort.
Yeah, I think that's a
Now,
great idea.
Here's my angle on certain things. Our dues are going to reflect into your ticket price.
Oh, nice. So if you're a member of the club, you're going to get a discount or something.
Or your dues, depending on where you bought into. You already bought 2 trips on the Freedom.
There you go. That's good.
So it's not for profit. It's for, you're in here talking with Brian Burrell. Hey, Brian, you're off Wednesdays and Thursdays. You are now the instructor on the Freedom tonight.
Oh, nice. I love it.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a great idea.
Aaron on the Native Son, perfect banker's hours trip, 7 to 5.
Yeah.
It's perfect. He gets exactly where he needs to be, when he needs to be.
You don't have to get up at
And you
3
don't have
o'clock
to
in
get
the
up at
morning.
3 o'clock in the morning. And he's been doing it for years. He's actually a great instructor on the boat.
Yeah.
Like you who left either with your hair ripped off or with something new. Like you either listened. He's not yelling at you.
Yeah.
He's telling you, like he told you 300 times.
Trying to help you.
And then you tied that crap on anyways. You need to learn. This isn't cheap.
Right.
Take advantage of this.
The knowledge these guys have.
You are an instructor. I'm sorry. You're going.
Okay.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is a part of the thing. I mean,
I love it.
why not? But that's a part that, and it's not, I haven't done it yet. I'm just talking openly.
Yeah.
This
We're
22nd
thinking
Street
this
Landing Club, there's going to be, like Nick Ramirez, started with
Love
no
Nick.
knowledge,
Right.
persistence,
Little sponge.
buying gear within
Yep.
his budget,
Listening.
doing exactly what he needed to do. Gus looks at him. What are you doing? Next time he comes out, he lands yellow.
Yeah.
Jackpot. Because he listened. He paid
I've
attention.
watched
You know what
him
I'm saying?
progress.
Yeah. So like,
Nick, you're a super good guy,
he's
man. Love
in
you.
a prime example. The dude's hardcore. He's
Yep.
into it. But he's fishing within what works for him. And that I'm trying to make this to where we want to reach out to the kid market and cater to the kids, but
Definitely
we
gotta
need
do that.
to reach out to somebody that can drive or has access to getting here to get them fishing and get them catching.
Yeah. Go back to 540 Slinger on there because we're getting so many questions now. People are nuts about you. Jeff was saying it's a much better course to go to Tanner Bank. You're right, Jeff, on that one for sure, man.
Oh, our ride. In
What's the next one after
any
that?
direction. Hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah. No. Back. Just real quick. Back
go
on
ahead.
that. We got to go to Clemente. We can go east or west, there or back to get the best ride, the best angle. Going to Nick.
Yeah.
Going to Santa Barbara.
No question.
The only time it sucks, and that's pretty much all year long, is if we do have to run down to pass beyond Newport, down to San Onofre, which these guys did this
Coming
year.
back into it.
It just sucks, and it's just bad. That's not something that ever happens.
Yeah.
Or hardly ever happens.
Rarely.
You know, and if you guys have been here during Barracuda and Sand Bass years during the Huntington Flats bites, you got your ass kicked coming home the 7 miles to 10 miles
Yeah.
home, and it's just a bad angle that way.
Yep.
But the fish we're biting will go that way. But we have such a nice ride to everything everyone's been fishing for the last 5 years.
I love it.
And our boats are really
Albert
really
Ponce,
nice.
count me in on the club. Now we got like 3 things on there.
Okay,
that
hold
you got to
on.
get me to Lipper the fisherman. Man, look, hey everybody, thank you for all the comments. I know you're here for me, Mike Morrison. Sorry we had to have him on, but every once in a while I don't have a guest, and I'm like, hey, is Morrison? Can we get him on? What's the next one?
Yeah, back Charles.
Read it. What's the
Need to
question?
reach out
So
to me.
everybody hears.
Well, I'd love to take some footage of the boats that's fishing here. I got to brainstorm. I got to brainstorm with
Chuck, yeah, he's awesome.
Chuck's man. I said that before the show went live.
Yes, you did.
Hey guys, how's it going? Do you think we might see any salmon on the half-day boats or in the surf? That's a question for you. In the rain we have early. So my salmon experience here was they caught 1 in 10 years on the half-day boat, rock fishing.
Yeah, I was around when we caught them good up in Redondo, when we caught them really good down in Newport.
What
but
was
that?
that?
Was back cold, really cold, La Nina type, but cold.
The water's
cold
warm
water.
right now.
Yeah.
It's 62 degrees at Clementi.
I know. So I doubt it.
I don't know. The coastline.
What is it on the beach?
I don't know. It was 50-something degrees when I jumped in it the other day. It should have been a freaking woolly mammoth in there. It's Christ.
Yeah,
Ernie, Landing Club, X and Idea. Perfect.
all right, Kurt.
No, I'm not talking about Ernie. I'm going to
Okay, I'm back now. I can take it, and you can answer questions. Aaron is sharp as a tack. Ernie loves the
butter
Landing
knife.
Club. Bruce on the Sport King. Okay, Dave Clark. Hi, Mike. Any thought of 22nd Street expanding into some either limited or expansive fish processing business? It is nice being able to drop off your tuna, catch in San Diego, and pick it up the next day. That's not a bad idea. I think Dave Clark. I know Dave Clark.
As we are going to progress into hopefully something that sticks, where we're catching something worth processing.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of guys, legitimate businesses that have fully. I don't know if they're fully inspected, but they come up with a pretty cool truck that processes and vacuum seals it.
Oh, really?
A couple guys paid for that. I seen that. I don't have their contact information.
Yeah, there's somebody in Orange County I've heard.
It is the cost to get to that point, to how many people would be getting processed, because you got to understand San Diego has the 7 to 15 day boats that feed those places.
Yeah.
That's what keeps them open and keeps them busy.
Exactly.
So I can't. Financially, I don't know if it's going to be worth us per se doing it, but we have the fish market down here. Maybe one of these guys will do it if we get to that point.
Yeah.
It's something that Mark and Jeff were just talking about yesterday.
Yeah, but doesn't that, as a former deckhand, you're going to lose that fish cleaning income at that point? That would not, I'd be bummed if I were a crew member. And
Well, just a change of times.
Yeah, I guess.
But you're not going to go get your sculpin processed.
No, for sure.
You know? You're not.
Right. All right, Jonathan Jones must have been crazy this past season, having fleets of private boaters following the charter boats around. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
It's a part of the deal. We're LA. This is not the most traveled, area, but it is what it is. We don't always find the fish first, but sometimes we do, and sometimes it's annoying, and sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah, you just got to deal with it, like sea lions.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
right.
100%. It's just part of the business.
Yeah.
But you've been out there. You've been out on the sport boat or been on the skiff where the sport boat just cruised on along past you and dropped the anchor on you, and you've done the same or drifted right along. All you guys watching now, not you guys per se, but the guys that'll be watching this. You're sitting there in your skiff with your big wicker hat on, with your beer going, and your leg over the side of the boat, drifting right down Aaron's stern, right there on the 150. Hey guys, and someone whips a jig out there in the area that they're boiling, and you're not paying attention to what the hell is going on out there. That guy will see this and go, "Hey, I did that. Screw you guys." It's just a part of what we do.
Yeah, definitely. Bluefin tuna within half-day range. Mike Morrison has said it. I'm going to tickle his foot in a little bit. Next Tuesday night, I'll be live from Ensenada, Baja California Norte. Sorry. I'll be in Ensenada, and we'll have a live show because I'm going down there for a meeting, press conference about some big bluefin tuna tournament the Mexican government is putting on. So I'm looking forward to seeing some good friends down there. I'll be coming to you live, and I will find the prettiest senorita I can. Just let my wife know this is part of the show, and have her bring me, a taco or something, and then say hello to you, specifically you.
Thank you.
Will you like that?
100%.
All right, I will definitely do that just for you.
She can be ugly.
Yeah. I can definitely get one of those.
I dare you.
Yeah, the pretty ones. Not
Hey,
so,
we got a new
not
bet.
so much
We got a
anymore.
new bet here.
Yeah, really, I can jump in the water. We'll have these guys judge whether she's a 10 or a
Yeah, you guys are going to do the
-3.
rating system. Everybody, it depends on how much you're drinking that night.
Exactly. Bill Hargrave, did you know Bill?
I did not.
Okay, so he was a bait hauler, and he was
I know his
crazier than hell, man. It was so funny. But he used to tell me that when he was going to a bar looking for a girl, he said it was just like fishing for bait. You know, like at midnight, he wouldn't set on that little thing, but if it's 4 o'clock in the morning and he doesn't have any bait, he might set on that small little one. Same thing in the bar. If the beautiful girl didn't show up, he'd settle for one that wasn't so beautiful at 4 in the morning. This was Bill
Sometimes
Hargrave.
you just got to cast your net.
That's it, man. Brett, I love you, man. Say hi to your dad, your brother for me. These guys fished on the Relentless with us. Yeah, don't forget about us. Inland Guys, great show. And see you at the PCS event. I don't know whether to be, at the show doing podcasts or what I could actually do at the PCS show. I work the Orange County Fairgrounds. I could sell beer and, do my thing. They don't want you promoting anything when you're selling beer, but I'm trying to decide on that one. Actually, I'm going to be at the Daiwa booth. And
let's be honest, though.
Yeah.
That's a heavy beer drinking group, man.
Yeah, I
That's
know,
a
man.
good side,
Are they good tippers?
That's a good side money gig.
Nicholas Beck, predictions on the local yellowtail fishing this year. Mike Morrison, you've already got everybody fired up. Hundreds of people are excited about this bluefin tuna right out here past the break wall, maybe 100 feet. What else do you have for us on the yellowtail bite for the coming year? What do you think?
I know there's sea bass already. I don't know much about yellowtail as of yet.
I can confirm that sea bass,
my
by the way.
ear is to the ground, and it's at multiple islands.
Yeah, it is.
It's
well, there's squid everywhere.
There's sea bass at White's Point.
Yeah, I mean, once that water temp
There's
gets up
squid-
over 60 with all this squid around.
There's squid beds everywhere.
I know.
Like,
I know. And that's where they're going to be, man.
It's going to be. We're going to have. We're not going to have albacore, but we'll have sea bass.
Well, hey, you let me handle the albacore. I always get that right every single year.
I trust Bob before you.
I probably should jump in the water if I get it wrong this year, right?
I think that. What was the bet? I just knew I lost.
The bet was you said that a 22nd Street landing boat would get a 400-pounder. And whoever the guy was, I owe you a Freedman Adventures hat. There was a guy who came on here and said, Mike Morrison made that bet. We're still waiting for him to jump in. And I wanted to kiss the guy.
I'm down. I'm a man of my word. I've done way stranger things.
No kidding. Heard anything about the deep drop swordfish bite?
My good friend, and you've met him before, Julio Sandoval.
Oh, yeah.
He's an incredible fisherman.
Yeah.
He likes doing it by himself, though.
Yeah.
It's easier that way. He'll go out on his little skiff. I think it's an 18-foot center console, and he'll be all rigged up. And he has successfully done it. Here's a different weird prediction. So as the rules changed for rock fishing, as you know, April 1st to September 15th.
Yeah.
Go ahead. September 15th on to the end of the year, we have to fish deeper than 50 fathoms.
Oh, okay. Now I'm starting to get some clarity on this.
Yeah. It kind of pooches us in a lot of locations, though, that we would normally go and go fish.
Yeah.
But now we go back to March again. We treat it like March, like November.
Yeah.
Instead of going and hearing a whitefish count, they caught 15 yellows for the day.
Yeah.
That'll pack a boat.
Heck yeah. Way quicker than a sculpin bite.
100%.
Yeah.
So you'll see, instead of seeing a ton of fish, rockfish in the counts in the later part of the season, you're going to see more game fish because they're not going to have any other choice but to go and fish the shallows in November and December.
Yeah.
It's going to make all the captains in these restrictions fish harder.
Absolutely.
Try something different.
Absolutely.
Outside of what they know, they're all incredible fishermen.
They'll find
every
something.
single one of them. They're going to find something to take you out
Absolutely,
fishing.
man. When they closed down the islands, and those guys, the long range guys, went in on the beach down there at 600 miles, found that whole new area of giant yellowfin. They thought it was the end of, Clarion got, and all that, and Mike Trunk, dry dock in Fullerton will process. Ernie Montano, the cost to purchase a professional vacuum sealer is 10 grand. Boy, Ernie shops in a different place than I get my vacuum sealers. Can you, oh no, there it is. That's just to buy the device. Mike is right. San Diego has a ton more customers than anyone in LA. Rick Slater, what little bird attacked us twilight fishing? Sparrow-sized, brown and black, ruined our trip. Were you there? Do you have something to do with that?
Twilight fishing, sparrow-sized, brown and black. Ruined our trip.
What the hell? Were you there?
Sparrow-sized? On Twilight? What the hell? What kind of sparrow could ruin your trip? Was it hit you in the eyeball or something?
How did it ruin it? What happened, Rick? It bit you or something?
My favorite little birds, those little finches that you see offshore.
The seagulls try to eat?
Yeah, those things are badass. What are they doing out there, stupid little birds?
They get lost.
What are you eating out there? You can go eat a freaking berry somewhere else. These things are drunk.
Rick, how did it ruin? You and I both want to know
Help me out here.
How this little thing ruined your trip. Ernie, last time I checked, Dry Dock and Fullerton no longer process fish. They did from you a few years ago, but not recently. Lippard the Fisherman, hey Phil, when is the Bass Pro Shops going to open in Irvine? Are you going to be down there this summer? I'm not in on all that, so I'm not sure. Not sure on that one. But I'll look into it. I'm going to be out there maybe Thursday, I think. I'm supposed to go out there tomorrow or Thursday. I can't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. That makes two of us. Angelo Smiling Fury, I predict yellowfin tuna will pop out of Phil's coffee cup in 2023. Take that one to the bank. I'm 100%. Is that 0 calorie?
Hell no. That's full strength, baby.
Thank you. I'm 100% with you. Joe B., the new regs put an end to shallow water rock fishing in November and December.
Yeah, it's over.
It's done.
Half day, everything.
50 fathoms and more.
You can't catch and keep a rockfish at Isers.
Oh, okay. But can you fish like 50 fathom spots out here?
Yep.
There's got to be some.
It's for local 3/4 day and half day. There's some really good fishing.
Yeah.
Really good fishing.
When you get in that deep
Outside of
water, you got to
50.
think that's going to be pretty
And
good.
from the consumer's perspective, 80% of the people that are going to go fishing have a 2-speed reel.
Right.
And I have 25 for rent.
Yeah, exactly.
We're good. We got that covered. It's how long is this going to last? That's going to be the thing. It's going to be hard to have my 8-year-old, 7-year-old son fish it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're trying to make the best out of it.
Yeah.
I think, personally, the fishing's going to be outstanding.
Me too. In the deep water?
And, you know, Dad's just going to have to fish harder for him and his 3 kids that are on the boat.
This
Then
is
again, my son fished with us on that day and a half on the Freedom.
He could do it.
1 hook, 1 pound weight, 2-speed reel.
No problem.
But my kid's insane.
Like father, like son. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
Hello, the sheep's head limit 2 now. Is that good or bad with a fish that can change sex to reproduce?
Well, ask Scotty that question.
That's a question for Scott Buchert, for sure.
Okay, so I haven't been running a boat that long. I've had my license I'm going on my second issue. Example, we go out twilight fishing. And we start knocking the crap out of the sand bass. All right, guys, we're on our way home. Make sure you go see Brian, Steve-O, whoever the heck's on the fillet board. Get your fish cleaned. Go back to a sack after we get back to the dock, and there's still sand bass in it. There's still rockfish in the half-day boat. There's still, people didn't want certain things. We're going to have to learn, as anglers, is how much fish do you really want?
You mean don't waste the stuff, is
Don't
what
waste
you're
the
saying.
fish.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that go fishing to kill and don't even eat fish. But fortunately, they'll take some home. If you're fishing, and I mean, first of all, you got to catch your limit, or whatever that limit may be written down. You know, you're allowed 1, 1, 1, and 1 of red rockfish.
Yeah.
You know, the 5 calico bass, the 5 sand bass thing, I think it's good. You know, we fish locally. We do a lot of catch and release. I feel like calico bass have figured out how not to be 14 inches.
Yeah.
I think they've figured this out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they stop right at
stop
13.
right there, and they're like that.
Yeah.
And that is a killer time. I love calico bass tacos.
Oh, they're
That's
great.
my favorite fish.
Yeah, it's absolutely great. Some people won't kill them.
The
though.
limits, we have fought Ken Frankie with Sack, Joe V, the ladies from Stardust. I can't think of her name right now. I really apologize for that.
We'll think of it.
Yeah, but
Jody or
no, they'll be at the PCS show too.
Yeah.
What's it? Jason Diamond and Jamie Diamond.
right.
There's a lot of names of people that spent countless hours to protect
Putting a lot of work in.
their family's income. They're screwed, but they're going to make the best of it fishing other things that they can catch. They can keep whitefish all year long.
Yeah.
Sheephead is opened and then closed, so April to whatever. But they're going to make the best out of it. There was a lot of man hours to a fight that is unwinnable.
Yeah.
I don't know what other direction we have to go for fighting. I don't know. I've seen some pretty cool protests recently. They got their point across. Maybe we'll go do that.
Yeah. Right.
There's very few of us, though.
Yeah, I know.
Our
right.
fishing thing is this big, guys.
Exactly. And the money on the other side is.
And we're not going to take what's given to us as for certain things. Ken Frankie has multiple lobbyists, multiple people doing what they need to do to get back what we have. We're able to fish deeper depths because of what the work that they have been doing. With all the boat captains locally. The Amigo was doing the Copper Rockfish survey this season.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was good, bad data. We didn't fish them.
Yeah.
It's not like we didn't target them. We were out fishing other things.
Yeah.
We didn't have to.
Right.
So they don't take those things into accountability.
Yep.
They don't. It's such a miscued thing, but they have to react. Fish and Wildlife has to react to some cause of
They
some
got to
sort.
prove that they're
have
doing.
to.
Yeah. Right.
And they have to stop it so they can catch up with the data.
Yeah.
So they throw all these things in our lap. This partial season closure and yada yada yada. We can say as much BS as it possibly is. I don't know. I'm not siding with them at all, but I also think, conservation is key. I want people to be able to fish this stuff for years.
Yeah.
But just as you said, like when I started here, if they caught one yellowtail a week at Catalina Island, that was tough. I mean, I've seen John getting off the boat just completely hunched over, slumped over, and just defeated.
Beat his brain, yeah.
15 blue perch,
Right.
You've been out there, you've done it.
No, it's brutal.
It goes in cycles.
Yeah.
And they don't, what factor, where does that play its part?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
This whole cycle thing, yeah. Speaking of Scott Bugert, I'll tell you a Scott Bugert story. Listen to this. So I'm on, I think it was the city of Long Beach or some boat, and somebody had taken these little rockfish and thrown them in, they throw them in the bait well.
Yeah.
And so we're getting off the boat, and there's like, it looks like they're going to throw them. I don't know what they're going to do with them. And there's a Vietnamese girl that makes a soup out of it that I know. Mm-hmm. And so I goes, hey, just throw those in the bag, get them all, and we'll go up. And so we go up, we go through the parking lot around what is Ballast Point now, go through there, and we'll get to the car. I open the bag, and I go, throw that stuff in there, Scott, and I sit down in my car, and I look in my rearview mirror, and there's a fish and game cop talking to Scott. And I go, oh my God, I'm so screwed. So Scott starts to shake and scream. The guy's looked in the sack and seen 342 rockfish. And there's a guy named Cruz Soto who used to fish with us all the time. He's walking across, and Scott goes, he did it. He just randomly goes. So I come back and I go, officer, is there a problem? What's going on? I'm sorry. And he goes, well, are you guys over limits? And I go, I don't know. And he goes, well, let's look in the bag. So we open the bag, and the guy looks in, and there's 342 rockfish in there, right? And he goes, oh, you guys don't look like you're over limits. And I go, yeah, I don't think so, right? And he goes, no, you're okay. Have a good day. And I go, thank you so much. I think Scott was starting to melt down so much the guy felt.
Oh, God.
Yeah. He felt
Only time to have Scotty around. That's perfect.
It was too much. All right, so is there a statute of limitations? Can they come after me on that one now or not?
It never happened.
Yeah, exactly. It was a fake story.
I'm
just trying to make a point.
I'm not going to name what we were fishing, but I did see something really cool that I had to try next to the guy.
Yeah.
So we're fishing.
Yeah.
And he catches a little half band about yay big, right? He's looking at it like, look at his chops. This guy's looking at this thing like, I've been waiting for a week or longer
To catch one of those?
freaking life to catch this.
Yeah.
Right? The next thing you know, I was like, sir, you can't keep that. He's like, don't worry about it. This is allegedly 30 years ago.
Yeah.
He watches, he takes his pinky, shoves it right in this half pan's butt, tears all the bones out of it, somehow peels the skin down like a banana, and just starts chomping on it.
Get out of here. Really?
Yeah, I look at him. I was like, "Are you for real, dude?" Because I've eaten like weird stuff before, and I'm like,
Me too.
He looks at me and he goes, "I got another one right here for you."
That's awesome.
He just rips it off. I was like, "Whoa!
I'd
Don't
try
stick your
that.
finger in my fish's butt. Let me do it." I said, "Don't worry, I got another one for you, sir. You can't keep these right now."
He's not keeping them.
30 years ago. I'm talking. He peels it down. When in Rome, here we go.
You did it?
Took a bite of this half pan.
Yeah.
But goddamn, that's good.
Really? No soy, nothing.
Nothing, just straight to the lips, man.
I gotta try that someday.
It wasn't bad at all. It was wonderful.
There's no bones?
You take it, literally peels out like the carcass out of the thing, rips it right out of his
Wow.
head, peels it like a
That is
banana, and just
freaking
gets after
awesome.
it. I look at him, what do you do? I gotta try it.
Yeah, hell yeah, right?
30 years ago.
I mean, I'm eating raw horse meat in China, so that doesn't sound too bad to eat that.
No, this was great. This thing's not a pulse.
It's so funny, man. Hey, Jeff Yeoman, let's get back to reality. Jeff Yeomans wants to know, is the Apollo going to run out of 22nd Street Landing in November and December this year? Yes.
Yes.
I just talked to Jeff Jessup.
We are working on a schedule on my way home, actually. We can get Lori on the phone now about doing the 3 to 4 day trips.
Yeah.
The way that Mark put it to me, that owns the Independence, they're leaving at 11 a.m. on day one, fish night then, all day the next day. It's a 3-day trip, but it looks to me like it's like from 11 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So you get 3 nights fishing.
Right.
And based off of what we just saw,
All that bluefin and
That
everything.
bluefin.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and then
You're making squid that first night easy. You're right there
you're-
at sundown.
on that November, December, you're limited on rockfish area, but you can fish sea bass, yellow, halibut, calico bass, bluefin.
Yeah. What more can you want, man? That's pretty
I
bitchin'.
don't know, but I do like red rockfish all the time.
Yeah, I like to eat that. We're gonna have to do.
telling
Hey,
you.
we're gonna have to do that, man.
was good.
We'll do it in here.
It has to be fresh.
Well, we can get one of these
This thing was
guys.
still wiggling.
That's funny, man. All right, Angela says, go get those electric reel boys. Charles Zimmer. Since Mike went off, oh, hey, Chuck, you're supposed to be my friend. What the heck? Since Mike went off the dock, what is the dollar amount for Phil? I'm taking
Always an
donations.
amount.
Yeah, that's
We
true.
can start a GoFundMe right now.
Oh
How
my
much?
God, yeah, really?
10 grand?
I'd do it for less than that. Jump in the water.
Shut up, 10 grand. We go
10 grand.
halvesies.
Yeah, let's do
Jesus.
it. Chuck, start it out. You know, we'll be able to. Mike can eat. I can't yet. We're not making any money on this thing, but man,
We have dancing girls. I tried to get Janelle in here, but she wouldn't come in here.
oh shit, I'm gonna get Dancing Girls next Tuesday night from Ensenada, Baja California, just for you.
Aaliyah, can I go?
It's gonna be. Yeah, you're welcome to
She's
come with us.
watching.
Aaliyah will kill you.
Hi, Kylie. Hi, Benjamin.
Thank God my wife never watches this stuff because she doesn't speak English. Number
Oh,
one.
Travis nailed
Hey.
this. Look at Travis's comment.
Travis Bright. How about a dunk tank for Scott Buchert at the Bart
Do you know how
Hall
many
show?
deckhands would just give you all their money? Swear to God.
Scott, are you listening? Scott's working tonight.
He gets
so
half.
He gets a. Oh, that'd be perfect.
Dude, he's going to make money.
He'd make so much money. I
I would just stand next to the button for hours. Get back up there.
Oh, yeah. You don't even have to throw
I
at
don't
it.
care how much it costs. $100 a shot.
That's a great idea.
And then the lid.
Scott, you're screwed. Isaac says, reading The Old Man and the Sea talks about eating flying fish raw and how good it is. Not sure if that's true. I bet it is.
Honestly, I've been around flying fish enough with Aaron and being out there. There's a lot of flying fish around. They stink.
Do
I
they?
don't know if they'd be that good.
Yeah, I don't know. Any
Like
fresh fish.
I would swear up down I'm never gonna eat a barracuda, but I had it done right. Bloodline taken
good.
out, milk soaked and everything, buttermilk soaked.
Yeah.
Bomb.
Delicious.
Like,
I made ceviche out of it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
great.
no, that's top one. Like
Yep.
if you're gonna do anything with a Barracuda, ceviche.
Albert's right. Albert, you're always looking out for me, man. Albert says, come on, Phil, get with it. Morrison is trying to fatten up the piggy bank, and you're screwing it up. He's right. Yes, that's our lucky charm here,
Put some
right?
money in it.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 grand. You're right, Mike.
10 grand.
Albert, you're right.
10 grand. What
What do I
I
have
think
to...
for 10 grand, you go off a barrel of Niagara Falls.
Oh, I can't do that. That definitely can't. But you could drop me like at mid-channel and make me swim 200 yards to the boat.
That's far. You think
Yeah.
you can swim 200 yards right now? You're gone.
I don't know. I'm guessing
I'm
that you
chopping
guys are going to
I'm
save
chopping
me.
up mackerel.
Aren't you guys going to save my ass if
Maybe.
something happens?
Maybe.
Yeah, we're not going to have a contingency where if I drown, you get the 10 grand because I'm screwed if that's in there. That's
Well,
for sure. You're driving away
I'm
from
writing
me.
it up to where I get the money.
Phil, you would sell so much beer if you were next to the dunk tank with Sky. Yeah, maybe I'm going to have to sell beer at these events and stop all this other nonsense. I might do that I might sell like Thursday, Friday, and then be in the booth working Saturday, Sunday. So I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I'm there.
We'll do something. It'll be a lot of fun. Lots of people watching tonight's show. Mike, maybe we should go and explain to everybody that you jumped off the stern of the Freedom. Why? Oh, you didn't even know why. You just asked me, right?
I knew I bet you something and lost. I didn't know what size tuna I said though.
I think it was 4. $20 bill from Isaac.
See, we're already halfway
Love
there.
you. Thank you
10
so
grand
much,
is
Isaac.
going over Niagara Falls.
Here it goes, man. The pot is building already. And by the way, we are doing a whole bunch of new stuff at Freeman Adventure. We've got hats now. We've got coffee cups coming. We got all kinds of fun stuff going on. So I'm going to keep you all in tune with that. Of course, you'll see me.
Who did these?
Early tomorrow morning. A guy named Chuck. No, why am I forgetting his last name? Chuck.
Zimmer?
No, Chuck does everything. What the hell's his last name? I can't remember his last name, but Chuck
got
did
a
him.
big
man.
ass
Why, do
head,
you
I don't
need some
know
stuff done?
I always need some.
He's a
stuff.
great guy. Yeah. Chuck, you
always
got a job already.
We always have stuff to do.
See how fast Freedom Adventures, when you advertise on here?
might
Chuck
need
just gave me these hats today, and he's already
I might need a bigger hat though. Let's see.
Let's see that.
Oh no.
Looks pretty
It's a
damn
little
good
high.
on you.
I got a big melon.
What do you think, everybody? Look right in there and smile, Mike. Right here. Yeah. I love that look, man. That's awesome. Blue skies. From the big gorilla head, walk up 1 block. Walk down to the left side of the street, and you'll find the spot with Chuck Zimmer with a $20 bill. Chuck, you're number
I'm
one.
telling you, man.
Hey,
We're in
Blue
it.
Skies, the big gorilla is gone. Gone. There's a big gorilla, and it was a dance place with the girls. You could, if you wanted to, you could go off and dance somewhere else.
Yes.
And that place is gone. I took Pete Thomas down to the Ensenada Clipper, and Pete was writing for the LA Times. This was 30 years ago, probably, and it was the first time that Ensenada Clipper plate had that kind of publicity. And so by the time I got in, Alfonso Susare, who owned the place, his son Sergio runs it now. Alfonso had a couple, and when I got in, he comes running toward me and he goes, "Philip, I love you, and he like wants to kiss me on the cheek, and he goes, "Anybody tonight you want in Ensenada, I take you." You know, I'm like, oh my God, calm down, Alfonso. It was really fun. Look at, hey, Scott Buchert is on here now. Anyway, Blue Sky says, shh, dunk tank with Mike and Greg. He wants to put you, Scott Buchert. You see it? He's on here.
I'll do a dunk tank for. Will you name the organization? I'll dunk for
Our Mexico efforts.
Whatever. We'll
Yeah,
do it.
you guys are hugely supportive. You can see how much stuff we've still got to
I'm
move down
down.
there. We're moving a bunch down on Monday.
I think we'd better off like arranging a boxing match amongst the captains and really raking the dough.
Yeah, except I can't be in that. I mean, can I just take a fall right
Fight
away?
Tom.
Can you imagine Tom Durer?
Yeah,
I'll
you
do
got
that.
two old guys.
I'll
You're good.
do that.
Yeah, he's
I'd be
probably
able to-
scrappy though. I bet you he get his
Probably, yeah.
hands on you.
He can't move around too well, though. I can
No,
get.
he's kind of movie. He
get
just
behind
doesn't
him and
bend
push
over
him
much. I'll get on my hands and easy push him over the top of me.
Yeah, but you're not going to put me in with Aaron Graham or something like
He'll
that.
pick
He'd
you
just
up
break
like
me
one
in
of those
two.
claw games.
Yeah, it totally would. That guy is huge, man. He looks. All these guys, you know, they're dealing with ropes and anchors and all that stuff. They're stronger than hell. Jonathan Jones, fun show today. Mike Morrison, you're making this such a great show. I can't thank you enough. And you're sporting that hat. Thank you for doing that. I know you'll probably throw it out the window on your way home tonight, but I appreciate that. Do you wear a hat ever? I don't remember ever seeing you with a hat.
I wore hats all the time, and then this like little thing started happening right here.
Oh, you're losing your hair or something?
No, but then I quit smoking, and it stopped.
Oh, perfect. You can wear hats again.
I don't want to look like your head.
There you go. You're getting that ball rolling. Blue skies. I forget. Make a right and walk down. Okay, yeah.
And this was in Ensenada?
He's talking about Ensenada, yeah.
The
There was a gorilla right when you drove into town. I don't know what the name of that place was, but
I think I recall. I mean, this is a PG-13 show, right? We'll keep it PG-13.
yeah, please.
No,
Kids listening.
No.
Nothing wrong with good dancing.
No, this was completely legit. So I think I recall, because this was 10 years ago, when I saw a blue gorilla when I got off the cruise ship and I went into town.
Yes.
I tell you what, you go the wrong direction in that town.
Oh yeah, you go.
No, it wasn't dangerous. I was like, that's a dude.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
quickly.
Definitely.
So we kept walking through there and just like high-fiving him and shit. It was a great time. It was amazing. I live a sheltered life. Like,
oh my God.
He's like, wow, look at all this weird shit down here.
Yeah, isn't that bit?
I literally had like bracelets made with whatever I wanted on there, a necklace. The guy goes, what do you want it to say? And I'm like, I said, and he, boom, 10 minutes later, it's done. I'm like, these guys are great.
That's so awesome.
I love it down there.
I do too. I can't wait.
I think before I got back on the ship, those little kids shook me down.
Oh, really?
I think I had like $300 on me.
You gave it all away?
I messed up and gave some kid $5. Dude,
everybody.
I didn't want any more gum. I swear to God, we could do something.
I just give them money and say keep the chiclets.
I know.
Too much. All right, Buchert is back. He says that Philip, I should be in there with Aaron, Gus, and Tom in the dunk tank. Scott Buchert is trying to get out of this whole thing. Do you notice that?
I promise you, Scotty, you'll make a lot more money than doing that.
Scott, I think you're on, man.
You can keep half.
Can he keep half of the money?
With everyone that you have
that loves him.
We're at the brink of kissing you on the lips or choking you. We'll pay money to dunk take you with a dunk tank full of piranhas. Or sharks with laser beams.
Scott, it's going to be good. California saltwater fishing. Looking forward to the Endeavor trip in May. Phil, hope you can also make the California saltwater fishing charter on the Mirage in July too. I'm going to do my best to do that. I have not looked at my schedule, and you can hear.
When's your May trip?
I don't know.
Let me know if there's 2 spots.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, you want to go? You and
I got to see where my schedule is. Like,
okay,
I'll let you know like 3 weeks out if you don't have it full.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take
you want me to save? Keep 2 open? I think we got like 6 spots left on that trip. I haven't even been pushing it because I could put it out there and it's sell.
Weekday?
It's a Wednesday night, maybe.
That might work.
Pushing Thursday.
Benjamin can fake a cold.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. Scott Buchert in dunk tank. Scott is really, he doesn't want to go in the dunk tank. Hey, Scott, how are you doing tonight? How are the NBA games going tonight? Are you having fun with those? I'm just curious.
The IRS is going to come after you.
They're not coming after me.
He's going to snitch you out.
Don't give me any ideas.
Oh, shit.
Mike, what's wrong with you? You're giving them ideas. Don't do that.
Scotty, I got you, dog.
No. Stop. So is the Monte Carlo had some pretty darn good local bass fishing at the time.
I don't even know what to tell you. Like right now, I was on Instagram.
I think you're okay.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm not even drunk. I'm tired.
I know. Can you hear him okay, everybody? Let us know. Go ahead.
The fishing is as good as it gets. It's
for winter
really
time.
good.
Yeah.
Like it's for any time.
Yeah.
It's great fishing right now. And the weather's been good all week.
I know. It's been beautiful.
I was talking to Jeff today because Mark, Paul, Dan, Carl.
Jeff Yeoman says there's no getting out of the dunk tank, Scott.
They all said, like they're right. I can't fight it. But this time of year is just generally slow.
Yeah.
But why? Why is there not 15 to 25 people going half-day fishing every day?
I don't know. I mean, because like
this
you said,
weather is incredible.
Right.
I don't know what the weather's going to... We're going to talk about all this great fishing that we're going to see, but from what I've heard, post El Niños, was a lot of rain, a lot of weather, not enough fishing time.
Right.
Guys need to just jump on any available platform that's running right now and go fishing. It's the truth. Like, it's good fishing. Like, dude, what are you waiting for?
It's gorgeous weather.
That's what are you waiting
And
for?
I don't know if this doesn't appeal to fishermen, but you might see a gray whale go rolling by, and that's still pretty cool. I was
That's
out with Tom.
badass.
It's so bitchin', man.
Yeah.
Tons of dolphins.
I mean,
how's
do
that
you
drone
re-
footage that
Do you
Chuck
really
shot?
like fishing? That's a real question. Are you guys waiting? I don't know. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
We're
Why?
joking with Walt.
Yeah.
I'm like, Walt, this Saturday we're gonna let everybody go for free. Stipulation: the next time they come, they have to buy a ticket. Walt goes, they're not coming for the second one. Like,
Yeah.
you gave him a free breakfast burrito. He's like, they're still not coming. I'm like, God, man, how do I fix this? What do we gotta? What's the thing? Come on. How do I get half day people out here?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We'll put
The
some thought
fishing's
to that.
great.
Yeah, the boat's bitching. I love the Monte Carlo. I love
Seriously.
anything with an upper deck is
They have
bitching.
plenty of space to play cards if you don't
Yeah,
want to fish.
I know.
Get away
The
from
galley's huge.
This is cheaper than a therapist.
Yes, definitely, 100%.
I paid a therapist. Look at me, I'm healed.
Yeah.
I fish
Did you go to therapy for a while?
at least a bunch of
Yeah.
times.
Did it do any good?
No, maybe wanted to hurt things. They gave me foam bats.
But you go on a half-day boat and you come in and you feel great.
You feel amazing.
Yeah, I
You
hear you,
turn it
man.
off.
I know,
God.
man. I mean, so now we got a fight going with Scott Bucher, the guy that worked on the Victory, I think it was, said Scotty fed me dog treats and tried to pass it off as smoked salmon. He did that to a guy. I was living with this guy who
I think Scotty thought it was smoked salmon. And the
No.
guy read the package.
this Scott was staying with us for a while, and I was driving him every freaking morning at 5 o'clock in the morning down to work on whatever boat. I can tell you, I'll tell you two stories about this. So there was a guy living with us who would eat your food in the refrigerator if you left your food in there. So Scott had a burrito and he put it in, gets up in the morning, it's gone. My stuff's gone. This guy just would eat your food. Scott takes dog food, puts it on a plate, and puts wrapper around it so it looks like he's trying to save it. The guy ate it. He got up and ate it. And the guy accused Scott of trying to poison him. He said, I was just trying to keep the dog food fresh for this guy. The other thing about Scott, he tells me that a deckhand on one of the boats made fun of the way he was speaking and threw him off. So I went down there breathing fire. And I go, hey, you MFer. And he made that up. He made the whole thing up. So I'm calling this guy
Scott's full of shit.
Oh my God, I wanted to kill him.
Love you, Scotty.
Albert Ponce, do a 2-for-1 on the half-day boat. There you go.
It's
Never to get
being
things.
done with our competitor boats, and they're only getting out like 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But good idea.
I'm thinking I'm really going to try to put my brain down while I'm trying to get these shows together and put the clinics together.
Yeah, there you go. That's a really good idea. I like that, where you learn something and you actually become a better angler. And
Yeah,
then,
before you even wet a line.
Yeah.
Like, this is what, I'm not tying your rig.
Yeah.
Watch me.
Exactly.
We're not even going to put the anchor down.
Now,
all you guys are on the back deck watching Brian.
Scott has crossed a line now. He's starting to make fun of Mark and Paul, two heroes. He says put them in the tank.
I saw it, but they...
I read it.
I
Bucher, yeah, you are a persona non grata here at 22nd Street
Scotty's-
Lane. You start effing with Mark and Paul.
Scotty is onto something. If it was for a good cause,
They do it.
they would do it.
Yeah.
Those guys are very stand-up.
No,
and
they
if
are.
you told them that they have to go in there, they would be down.
I still think Scott Bucher is the one to do it.
But after they got in there, they would hold Scotty's head under the water
Well, it's a win-win then. Sounds good to me.
with promise.
Boy, this Blue Skies is crazy about these places in Ensenada, across the street from the Santo Tomas Hotel. I'll be staying in the
I
San...
want to hang out with this dude.
Yeah, really. Yeah. I'll be at the San Nicolas Hotel. That's where I'll be. Scott Grant, any nighttime spiny lobster trips out of 22nd Street Landing this month or next?
We try not to step on too many people's toes in our area.
So you feel like you'll be
The-
second on the Gale Force?
The Gale
or-
Force, Jared and those guys over there, they do
Been doing it
do
for
a
years.
really good job.
Yeah.
The little boat, little bitty Spitfire's doing it. Jacob and Mikey's doing it out of Redondo.
Chain of Wharf sport fishing.
Jared does it the best.
Yeah.
And he's got that whole thing.
Is
figured
that
out.
the reason, or is it nobody here is interested in doing it?
It's a tough go.
Yeah.
They found something that worked, and their boss made a go of it and keeps the guys fed all winter. the thing that Sean had mentioned, but they're kind of like up in limbo. They're in the middle of boat work and stuff like now. He was thinking about combo trips to the banks, bluefin lobster trips. But
Yeah,
then
I think
I brought a very valid point up. What if it's a night bite?
Yeah.
How the hell are you going to catch a lobster?
Yeah.
But then again, why wouldn't a lobster crawl into the net during daylight hours? Because some of my best inner hoop net secrets are during daylight times.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Knock the shit out of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't just crawl at night, right?
You guys sign up for my subscription. I'll give you some of my secret
Nah,
locations.
well, how about like where the bluefin tuna are right now? That's what I want.
My OnlyFans page.
There's local bluefin tuna right now. Mike Morrison will not tell the Friedman Adventure family about it, and that I find disgusting.
I am a horrible person.
Thank you. And Scott said, how about a morning bite with a combo trip? He's still, so you heard, they're not going to do that.
It's one of those things.
You can charter a boat and do it, right?
100%. But
Yeah.
we have to gear the boat. I mean,
Yeah.
with the inflation, the guys from Promar did everything in their power to make sure they had products.
Steve Oropesa.
Yes.
And, did they have a supply chain issue?
They didn't.
They did not.
Because when it went from 2,000 to 10,000 a container, they paid it.
Wow.
They didn't run out.
Yeah.
Was it a good move? I don't know. But they
went
have a
from
ton of stuff.
2,000 to 10,000.
That was right in the beginning of the pandemic.
Wow.
They had stuff.
Yeah.
No one else didn't.
Did they? Or did they have trouble moving it?
They had the cost of the product
Yeah.
went up, but it's the best.
Yeah,
so
I know.
get over it, pay it for it, and get it. But
Yeah.
the HoopNet kind of like fizzled out for a lot of private boaters. And
Really?
stuff. I mean, you know,
With the novelty wore off, or what?
they just fishermen get lazy.
Yeah.
Back to that original statement, putting skiffs following boats.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if there was 200 skiffs in the harbor playing leapfrog, wiping the inner lobster population out, because the gale force of the Triton started doing it in the harbor, and everybody got onto it, and then it was a huge wave, big kick of it, and then everybody started doing it afar. But you know.
Yeah. All right, Albert Ponce. Combo trips are awesome. Late afternoon, calico, then lobster hoop netting. After that, go back to the island for sea bass.
Yeah, there's a
And-
rockfish trip, hoop nets. You know,
They're pretty
it's feed-
fun, man,
feed
yeah.
them. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of guys doing that, and I'm sure it would sell. Well, who knows? You know, you just never know.
If Tom's a night owl, you could probably get him to take you hooping.
Tom Durer? Yeah.
He's a light boat operator. You can do it.
Oh, that's true.
100%.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, we could probably do some Judith Ann lobster trips. How many you could set 10 on
10,
that boat,
100%.
right? Yeah.
The cool part about it, you put it like one of them bean bags up on the bow, so you can just hang out up there. Well, no, because it's a huge bow. That boat's so badass.
The Judith Ann?
Yeah.
God, that thing, and now it freaking flies.
I know, Tom's not scared.
I know. Oh my God. Did you see the weather he got us in, or we were
Dude.
surfing those freaking?
He goes,
Columbus
I'm not
coming
built
in
like
there?
the rest of you guys. He says, I'm like, I'm not gonna die.
I thought we were. Yeah, I know, man.
Like,
It was so
Bill's
bitchin'.
dead. Live on Fox News.
It was like when
Bill Friedman.
we were drifting into La Bufadora blowhole. I had my
Dude.
video camera out, man.
Yeah, somebody would have got their evidence.
Yeah, right?
Found at the bottom of the ocean.
Exactly.
These idiots.
I figure, hey, if we're gonna die, I might as well videotape it,
not?
right?
Yeah.
My kids will get a few more hits out of the, or whoever is gonna get it.
You get a life insurance policy.
Steve Bermuda says, Mike, here's the best idea: start a fish naked charter.
It's been done.
It has. You know, Irv Grisbeck, I think, he's passed away. Big Game 90. He used to have, like, I don't know if it was naked, but it was a bunch of women, you know, like girls that dance for a living.
So I
used to
missed
do
out.
something like
I
that.
missed out, and you're gonna probably take this all to your grave with you. But back when you guys were fishing,
Yeah.
that was cool. It was Wild West stories I heard.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. These hypothetical things. Back when sport fishing was
In its infancy.
in its infancy, was
I'm
cool.
not that
Was
freaking old.
Cool.
I'm pretty
but
old.
you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
though. Back then,
absolutely. It was a different
fun.
world.
It was fun.
It's still fun.
The truth of it is like there's just not enough female participation, and we're not talking about nudity at all. There's just not enough.
There's not enough women fishing.
There's not enough women fishing.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Because we're nasty.
That has something to do with it.
The women I do know that fish with us are badass.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they're-
the teacher, what's her
Elsa.
name? Yeah, Elsa.
Elsa's a freaking legend.
Yeah,
She's like my spirit animal.
yeah, no question about it. And there's all there's great lady anglers out
Yeah,
there.
but it's just you can charter a boat for anything you want. We'll take you.
You think that they're just intimidated by all these gruff
No, it's just not
men
for
that are
everybody.
not
It's not for everybody.
they're uncouth, maybe to say, or whatever.
No, the girls that come out are outfish most of the guys.
Yeah.
They're better at this. They pay attention.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't. You know, I sat next to a girl.
We need to go to the lady angler meetings.
Yeah,
Get
there
with
you
Wendy
go.
and stuff.
Yeah,
And talk to them about it.
Jolene Thompson.
How do we?
Jolene's such a good person, and she's such an accomplished angler. And Jolene, love fishing with you. You're always there to help somebody, but man, if someone's going to get a big bluefin, it's going to be her, no question.
Did you know Candy?
No.
She worked with Marco Paul years ago.
No.
She's a stick too.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolute stick. She doesn't live close.
You know,
to the fishing
I
one.
jumped in a van in the Philippines. I was going for like 12 hours. No, listen to this. And this 19-year-old girl gets in and sits next to me. Pretty girl, right? And so I start, chatting her up, and I'm like, where have you been? She's been frickin' like 9 months on the road, and she's been from South America to China and I go, you're traveling alone? She goes, yeah. And I go, you haven't had any trouble?
got a good right hook.
Amazing. She goes, no, man, I keep my eyes open, I pay attention, and wow, I'd be scared, you know what, if you were my daughter. And
you can come to 22nd Street Landing with your whole family. Have the greatest experience.
Yeah,
of your
absolutely,
life.
right?
You can come to H&M, Point Loma, Redondo, Stardust, Ventura. This is outside of us with our dick and fart jokes right now. This is one of the safest environments you can bring your family to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Period. Like that's it. It's the most wholesome, family bonding, corporate building, Boy Scout badge earning industry there is. This is the most organic it gets, the most prehistoric it gets. This is fishing. Bring your families fishing. That's what's missing.
And you can go whale watching with Tom now on the Judith Ann. And I'll tell you what, so I invited 2 girls that I bartend with. They brought their father and their little brother Luis, who works over there once in a while. Good, great Mexican family, wonderful family. And then Chuck Zimmer and his family.
That's why I didn't wear my Speedo.
Yeah. At the end of it, we all felt like, much closer together and had a great time. And I've seen whales for a million years. It never gets old. All the dolphin playing.
It will never.
No, it's a part of what we are blessed with. There's no question about it. When's Gus going out? Blue Skies wants to know.
He's going to be ready sooner than you think. We're already talking about putting all the March schedules up. I'm waiting on Chad to wrap up a couple things on the IT side of things for the online booking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Albert Ponce. And you got to meet Albert if you haven't already, Mike. He's mi hermano, Alberto. Mismo nombre de mi papá. He's the same name as my father. I put my money on Crystal, his wife, all the time.
Oh, yeah.
She's always the one catching the most and biggest fish every single time. Yeah, I know. Crystal is an amazing person, but Albert tells me all the time she kicks his butt.
I'm glad my wife gained being seasick after we had Kylie, because it was annoying to fish with her.
She beat you all the time?
Every time.
Really?
And it wasn't like, I needy help. She was like, I'm another one. Another one. Oh, here's this 20-pound yellow. There you go. Here's another spotty. And I'm like, dude, I hate you.
That's
Benjamin
funny.
doesn't like fishing with Kylie.
Really?
No.
She beats him?
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Don't you didn't hear that, Benjamin?
Jeff Yeoman says Teresa Sampson is a big bluefin tuna legend.
Yeah.
Isaac, I agree. I took Ethan at 5. He loves and get my wife and my younger son. We have a blast. So yeah. Dave Clark, I fished on an 8-day trip to the Ridge last November with a lady who had 60 days on the water last year. After getting off our trip, she hopped on a 10-day trip 2 weeks later. That's hardcore. Yeah, we just need more girls and women.
Another lady that is the craziest lady on the oceans, that Kathy Needleman lady.
Yeah, right.
She's out on the water more than they're the operators that run the boats. She's out all the time.
Yeah.
On the smallest, most uncomfortable situation boats that you could possibly do, those little Parkers.
Yeah.
Out smoking the friggin' sea bass.
Yeah, it's amazing.
She's badass.
We need more, Mike. No question about it. Javier Lopez, good to see from you, Javier. If there's no trans story time on your boats, then it's safer than schools for kids. Any comment? Do you want to get into that?
Yeah, kind of. Not really, but there's a new Disney movie that came out.
And it promoting that kind of stuff?
Not entirely. I just didn't want
Subtly?
to explain certain things to my 7-year-old. I'm like, let me do that. Like, it was a good movie. And then I was like,
They slipped that in there?
He looked up, he's like, yeah, no. I'm like, whatever, dude. I'll explain whatever you need to know. I don't need to now. I don't want it. You're 7. I shouldn't be having this freaking conversation with you.
Well, that's the thing that Javier's making.
I'm not sheltering my kids. I don't want them to be exposed to everything. He comes home and is telling me about Martin Luther King today. I was pumped. Dude.
Yeah.
I was like, tell me more. He started getting it in, the whole speech. I'm like, dude, that's
great.
Freaking great.
Fantastic. But when you start getting into sexuality with 7-year-olds, that's something that the parent needs to be able to make the decision on. That's my job.
Or let us go out into public and just explain life.
Yeah.
But don't, this is a badass. Disney movie was great.
Yeah, except they're slipping that message. You don't want to deal with it.
Well, I guess it's time my kid grows up today.
No, yeah, I mean, but that should be your decision. And really, what you want to do is protect I know you do. You want to maintain their innocence as long as you can.
Yeah.
It's such a short time.
Dude, I'm like,
you don't need to get into that crap.
Javier,
see what you started here? Hey, you want my...
But that's the truth. Yes, to answer your question.
Yeah,
Javier.
it is the truth.
Woo!
Hey, Scott's right. Mimi, who lives with Scott Bucher, and is Sean Hardigan, who runs the Mission Bell, his girlfriend. Wonderful person. I love it when I go down there because Mimi and I fool around, screw with Scott all day long. She's really an outstanding angler.
What's the lady deckhand that was on the Mission Bell?
Mimi has been on there before. She's also decked on the Malahini.
There was a lady on there.
Scott, who is it? Do you know? Ask Sean.
That almost beat me up because I wanted a fly line of bait on a wide open yellowtail bite.
Really?
She looks at me and she takes the bait scoop and just whacks me with it. What are you doing?
I like her already.
Put a fly line of bait and watch the freaking yellow blow up on it. She's like, you guys are catching all the fish, get back to work. And I'm like, okay. Back to grab my rod.
That's funny.
Dude, I had blisters that day. That was sick.
Hello. There are a lot more broken families than 50 years ago. A lot less dads taking their kids fishing. Yeah, that's true too.
You can go into a lot of that stuff. I don't know how far we want to go into this conversation.
Sure, we can go into it.
But I grew up in a wonderful home with my mom. My dad wasn't around, for many reasons. And my mom did a wonderful job raising me. And that's just the way it was. My mom did everything. That's why I'm fishing. We went to Laughlin one time to go hang out. I don't know, 9 o'clock at night. I'm catching rainbow trout, right out from. You've been to Laughlin, the hotel right on the river.
Yeah,
that's what got me into fishing.
That's awesome.
Then one of her boyfriends got me into fishing more so on the ocean, and it was cool. But this society's fucked up. It just
there's no other way to put it. Actually,
the pushback, and people aren't. It's not deadbeat dad. It's just the whole communication thing,
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like the family is so important, and it's just being torn apart by a lot of forces out there, and you got to be really strong. Yeah. Here's something: if you put some kind of title behind a person's name nowadays, it seems to me like so many people, like Dr. So-and-so says blah, 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 PhD says blah, blah, blah. People don't go out and research it. They just take it, and they say, okay, well, it must be true.
Yeah.
And man, it is not freaking true. People have all kinds of other motives in life, like money and
3 or 4 years of our own brains to this shit.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
Yeah, exactly.
So go back and you're like, wow.
We're gonna start a political show here pretty soon.
Although what I have noticed,
yeah,
and you have noticed during this whole thing, we won't even say the words. You might get blocked and banned or shit.
Yeah, really, you're gonna get me kicked off YouTube.
Yeah,
I won't make $8 this week.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, they just shut us off.
That's yours. We're live still. That was funny. You talked about it. I didn't even say the words. I went blank over here.
Exactly, man. They're watching us.
That's funny. Now I'm off track. Oh no. Friends, family. You were forced to disconnect. That apps came up, like house party.
Yeah,
I was house partying family and friends like crazy, like we're sitting in the house together. We couldn't be together for one reason or another.
Right.
And now I ring constantly, all my friends and family, constantly. I got closer during it than previous up to it.
Yeah.
So after this, I'm a lot closer to everyone down here because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if we're going to die tomorrow. That's what's going on here. So
true, right?
Yeah, we're stoked to have what we have right now. So I do think moving forward, maybe there was a slight reset that could benefit us.
Yeah, hopefully. Adamant Angler, name of club tomorrow. What city? Azusa Challenger Angler Club, my friend. William Padilla. I'm glad I have my dad in my life, even though my parents were split. And I'm glad we come from a long line of anglers on both sides. And now I love making memories with my daughter fishing. William, love you, man. I was listening to I listened to both. I was listening to a conservative podcast the other day, but I listened to a liberal podcast. I listened to it all. I want to hear it all. Anyway, the guy made the point. He goes, he was talking about the elites, and he said, there's more wisdom with the truck drivers than there are with these people from Harvard and from Yale, and I believe that. And I've come to see that with these guys down here, and
it comes down to street smart.
Yeah, it does. It does.
But the school of hard knocks.
And just
it's practical stuff.
Doing what William's doing. Taking his daughter out, and he's got in his head, this is more than a fishing trip. This is more than about catching a fish. It's creating memories. It's bonding. It's all of that. Really important stuff.
One of my favorite angler and son, Ryder, just passed. Ryder Shop just passed. And like me and his son just had a moment, and I'm like, you do realize that your 3 family trips a year are over. He's like, nope, I'm carrying the torch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Like, and then I noticed a lot of the Japanese fishing clubs or families that used to come out. It was all the cool ass old timers that I learned a ton of shit from over the years.
Me too.
Including the kids. Yes, the kids didn't embrace it, but they fished a lot as kids. So I can see they kind of got burnt out, but they didn't. They don't have the passion that was there.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a little bit of gap here.
Yeah, definitely. But Steve Bermuda says, just thinking out of the box how to maybe not selling booze and not smoking on the half-day but 3/4 day boats, your liability insurance might go down. I don't think so, right?
No, the liabilities, the insurance is the insurance. That is I was talking to a surveyor the other day in Newport, and I have to word it right so I don't get, I can't word it the way he put it to me, but it's bigger than us, the insurance thing. It has nothing to do with what we're doing.
Yeah. Adamant Angler, pardon me, go ahead.
But, Steve, how many trips, how many half day, I mean, I worked the half day. I can't recall, and this is my job to recall these situations where a family was uncomfortable
because of drinking
and smoking.
Yeah.
People are very aware of
kids and families
and smoking. So you do have your smokers. You do have your old school smokers that still smoke in their car with their windows up.
Yeah, I know.
But
boy,
it's not,
you got to go to China if you want to see that.
Things have changed. There's a lot less tobacco on the boats. A lot of people move to the vape thing, which is whatever. But whatever. There's a lot less of that, and I watch every angler get off the boats here every day, and the people being intoxicated really is so few and far between.
Yeah,
on the boats that it's not even a concern, and it's monitored. So it's usually like any other establishment.
Yeah,
so I don't know. That's kind of.
It seems
maybe
like there's less drunks now than there used to be.
Yeah, I have had that question. Do people get to smoke on the boat? And the answer is and I think that has turned some people off.
Yeah,
and I get it. You're in the outdoors.
I get it too.
Whatever. I mean, I applaud you for the question, but I don't know. I think it's a lot less than it's ever been.
Yeah.
You don't see it as much. How many smokers do you have on your charters?
None.
To where it's like.
Yeah, none. I mean, a guy might go back in the stern,
and I'm not turning my blinders off.
I'm not either.
I come from a family of smokers.
Yeah.
I smoked myself. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would say that it has lessened, if not.
And I don't see that many. I mean, back in the day when I was decking on the half day boat out of Redondo, we had drunks on there all the time. I mean, they had a bottle of whiskey on the table.
Yeah, no,
playing
it's nothing.
cards.
Oh no, that's not even a thing.
That's
Yeah,
all-
there's no booze on our boats.
Yeah.
Bud Light, Coors Light.
These guys in Redondo, they tell their wife they're going fishing, but they were going drinking and playing poker is what they were doing, And every once in a while, if it really got good, they'd come out and, try to catch a yellow or something. Adamant angler, my wife catches sable all the time. Sometimes I don't. More girl power going on there.
Sablefish?
Yeah,
never
sablefish,
caught
blackcott.
Never caught one.
Dude, back in 70s in Redondo, you freaking go out there and catch 100 of those things on the barge, or just make a drift anywhere,
That's
like
great.
off the beach a little ways. You just sable, blackcott all day long.
How deep?
Anywhere from, I want to say, 150 to 400, 500 feet. There was just solid
Is that
sable
how deep
fish.
the barge was?
The barge
I don't know
was-
anything about that thing.
The barge was, Eddie Leland could
It
answer
sounds
all these
cool.
questions, and maybe some of these guys. I would say the barge was in like 2 something, because you could catch rockfish there, you could catch giant squid at times, you could catch sablefish.
Was it anchored or was
Yeah.
it anchored?
It was anchored.
So it didn't swing
No,
360.
no, it was anchored with an anchor in the stern and the bow, and
Well,
it
that's
was
a good science experiment in itself.
yeah,
The
yeah,
barge there, let someone fish that spot for a year and see what's left.
yeah, exactly.
And that barge was there for years.
Oh yeah, and it was great fishing out there. We caught
Yeah.
everything out there. We have a show on our thing where Eddie Leland was at Sam's place at Island Fishing Daggle, and he started telling stories about the barge. And suddenly I looked, and there's 50 people listening to Eddie. And then Sam walks by me and goes, "Why aren't you videotaping this? What's wrong with you?" And I go, "Oh man, you're right." And so I videotaped it and I put it up, and it had thousands of plays. It's just so great, man. I mean, giant halibut. He would drop a lobster trap, fill it with lobster, had a 40-pound halibut stuck in the lobster.
And how many
the
years do you
trap.
think it was there?
God, couple decades, right?
In the
They
same-
would move it,
Yeah.
They'd bring it in the wintertime to avoid the storms.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it would sit there and just you catch fish after fish after fish after fish. It was great, man.
cool.
Giant bonita, all kinds of stuff.
Why'd it go away?
I don't know. I think insurance. I think insurance costs got out of control on barges and put everybody out of business.
Can't be any more than a sport boat. It's gotta be cheaper than
Yeah,
that.
you would think, huh? And they put,
Let's look into that.
dude, that'd be a good one. Dude, I was in the Redondo ticket office. It was freaking like all day the barge is full, and then nighttime barge.
How was it in
500 people,
for
man.
people that get seasick? How was that? in
Not bad.
comparison?
Pretty stable platform. On most days, it was pretty darn stable.
Let's recreate it.
You could really do well. They sunk the barge a few miles out. That might have been the Annie B out here, but up there in Redondo, I think the Sacramento sunk maybe, and California. I don't know. I understood it was an insurance issue, but I'm
I
not
could
sure.
imagine the upkeep on that would suck.
Yeah, but Mike, you could turn that into like on the inside, if you did it right, you have a sports bar going on there. So you could have people that want to go out and watch games.
How many miles you
eat
gotta go out to
burgers.
turn it into a casino?
I don't know. Is it 3 or what?
don't know. Let's
Well,
do it.
seems like the cruise ship, they're like 3 miles out. The casino's open, right?
Everybody's can gamble.
Exactly.
You get a jackpot.
Do you like movies? You want a movie review? Do you like going to the movies?
I haven't,
You don't have time,
I
right?
haven't gone to do anything.
That's
like
where
that
I
for like
actually
9
get a break
years.
from life. I go and see a movie sometimes. So I'm an action movie guy. So this movie Plane just came out. Have you heard of that?
Nope.
So if you're willing to accept some implausible crap, man, when that plane gets it, so the movie is Plane.
It's not like Snakes on a Plane. That horrible
No,
movie.
it's first of all, they got a guy on the plane who's a murderer, and he's being extradited to the U.S. So you got that going on, and then they're flying through some bad weather, and it gets really bad. So now they're freaking, and that scene, that 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, whatever it is freaking good. That guy, I can't remember his name. He's like the guy that was in the White House trying to protect the White House when it was getting overrun.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about? Okay, he's like, macho. He's good. He played, and so they get forced to land in the Philippines, near the Philippines, and they end up landing on an island where the government pulled out because it's run by criminals. It's way out of control. So, of course, there's a hostage thing and all this. It's pretty good. It's not Academy Award. It's nothing like that. But if you like good action movie, not bad. And that when he's going down,
Was it better than or worse than Con Air?
I barely remember Con Air. I'm going to say better. Did you like Con Air? It was all right. Yeah, it's like one of those movies.
I only watched it because I was living in Vegas then, and my grandfather was tearing out what casino? He's taking all the stuff out of the casino there, and we got to watch them do the airplane crash into the front of the
Oh, how
hotel.
betcha!
That was cool.
Was that cool or what?
Really cool.
Yeah. So not bad. Yeah. Anybody looking for a movie that's not Academy Award? It's good. It's not bad. Gerard Butler, is that his name?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
action
yeah,
guy,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that guy's cool.
Yeah, he was good. The stewardess is like, she's good. She's a really good actress. Her face, she goes, what do I tell the passengers? Because they're down, and he looks at her and he just goes, I never thought I was going to have to say this, but prepare to ditch. And so, it's just really pretty dramatic. It's good, man. So I got to I've seen it twice. I almost reached my limit. I saw Top Gun 800 times. Twice is good, but I got to go one more time because my wife wants to see it, and then I don't even have to look at the screen that much. I just am in her ear translating the movie into Spanish on the fly.
How many times did you go watch the Titanic?
I've never seen the Titanic.
Are you kidding me?
No, isn't that some romantic crap? I've never seen it.
You watch the Titanic. I'm not watching this.
Isn't it what is it? It's they're up in the bow and they're doing what is it? It's a love thing, isn't it? I'm into action stuff. How many times have you seen it?
I just was asking. You saw the Top Gun.
Well, that's like a war thing,
times. I watched that Fury movie.
Oh yeah, with Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
That's good. Yeah. I saw Patton when I was a kid. That's way before your time. I saw that 100 times.
I watched those Hamburger Hill stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm into that.
All right, good stuff. Hey, any more questions for Mike Morrison? If not, he's going to run out of here. I know he's tired. He's been with his kids coaching baseball. The guy is all over the place. And I'll be up in a few more hours doing the morning briefing with you all. Hey, Albert Punch, Gerald Butler. Yeah, that's right. Albert, you should go see it. It's pretty good. Joe, yeah, he just kicked in with the answer. Make an extension of Nacho's barge. There you go. You just make that the barge. They sunk the barge a few miles out. It's those guys that sneak hard liquor on the boat that are a pity or a PETA. What is a pain in the ass? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's so still few and far between.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can catch on to that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
That guy goes from high to hood.
Yeah, that's how I used to go
What are you holding on to here, buddy?
I know.
You need to sit down.
Exactly.
And that's in anything.
Yeah.
Go
A
anywhere.
party.
Yeah, anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. All right, now we're getting more questions. They don't want you to leave, Morrison. Wake up.
No, I'm good.
Wake up.
I'm all fired up.
Let's see. SX Rex Reborn, LOL. What's that?
I don't know.
I don't either. Scott, you're talking to a couple of morons there. We was drifting in Newport. Dave Clark, have you watched Coco with your wife? Yes. Coco was good.
Coco's awesome.
That's Dia de los Muertos.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, I love that whole celebration. I go to Mexico every Dia de los Muertos to run out. I just go to a random cemetery, one that looks like it'll be good, and walk through. It's bitching. People are nice. It's great. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good one. Andrew, heading out at 4:30 for Steelhead. 25 degrees. Andrew, you can get bluefin tuna right out here on the half-day boat.
Let's go catch a steelhead.
I don't think I've ever caught a steelhead.
I want to catch a sturgeon too.
Yeah, I guess I would too.
Yeah.
I'm not big on freshwater stuff, but that sounds like fun. Especially at 25 degrees. There's a guy with
Sounds terrible.
toxic masculinity coursing through his veins.
I got a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's go to New Zealand and catch freaking tuna off the rocks.
Let's do that. That would be bitching.
Cool.
Yeah. How about Costa Rica, man?
I just want to go to New Zealand.
Yeah, I've been to Australia and Fiji. I fished both those zones. That was fun.
That guy Jody that owned the Apollo started a thing in Fiji.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Fiji's bitching.
That looks fun.
That was beautiful, no question. I was catching trevally off the rocks on poppers, and that they blow out on those things. It's pretty good. Will you guys be at the CCA event in Alhambra on Saturday? Well, as you know, Jeff, I am the official MC.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm going to go to the one.
I just learned that the other day. Somebody asked me if I was going. I go, I don't think so. And they go, well, you're the MC.
Yeah, the CCA guy, Oh, wow.
Which one? Chris?
No.
Um,
John Bellotti.
oh, John. Yeah.
John Bellotti goes here with the LA Rod and Reel guys, Scott and Steve Simon.
Yeah.
And they're going to be doing the kids trips again, which I should put you in contact with that. They're going to charter the Monty and the Native
Yeah.
for 2 trips, July 10th,
Yeah.
and they're going to bring 40 kids.
Oh,
each
nice.
trip.
Yeah, they do a great job with
They
that.
did
I've
that.
been on some of those.
That
trips.
was cool.
Yeah.
But I will be sponsoring the LA chapter CCA one here, so I'll be at that one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
I
probably.
don't
I
know
was
what the
there at the
date is on
last
that.
one, whenever that was. Yeah. And Jeff's got a table. I don't know if you have room at the table, Jeff, but if you do,
At the Alhambra one?
yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 baseball, softball things this weekend. I can't make it.
William Padilla, are you allowed to bring your own snacks and drinks on a charter? Yeah, I get. Yeah, right.
You can bring a soft-sided cooler
Yeah,
with no alcohol
right.
and whatever you need to eat
Yeah.
on the boat.
Yep.
But
I'm
you have
listening.
never lived until you had a breakfast burrito or a boat burger.
That's true. I'm sure he's had those, but
Yes, you can. Yes.
Yeah.
We do allow outside food on our vessels as long as it's in a soft-sided cooler with no alcohol. We need to be able to monitor consumption.
Joe Valerio says steelhead. Heck yeah, he's all over it. Caught a few in Oregon on mini jigs, SoCal style. Gotta love it. Andrew's back. Any reports coming out of Rancho Leonero? I don't know about Rancho Leonero up that way, but I do know down Cabo way. Sean Morgan is down there fishing on the Wildin Sack, and they've had exceptional striped marlin fishing this winter, and okay Dorado fishing. Did you? Oh, I thought you lost your thing again.
Stop yelling.
Okay Dorado fishing down around the Golden Gate Bank and down toward Opson Trivia.
Where'd the
Travis
Dorado
Strain is
go?
right. Travis, thanks for keeping me
Talk about the elephant in the room right now. Where'd all the Dorado go?
south,
Where?
wherever the waters are
'Cause
warm.
They didn't have those big hits we were having.
Oh, you mean the long range boys?
When they disappeared from here, right out front,
Yeah,
where did they go?
I don't know.
Nobody tagged any of those things. Things we should have done.
Yeah, yeah. It would be interesting, wouldn't it, to have a
How did
tag
those
and follow
anomaly
those things?
of the greatest Dorado fishing anyone has ever seen
It's amazing.
for 2 months?
Yeah,
Where did it go?
I don't know.
How did that
And-
not make the news?
Will it return?
Will it return?
Will it? That is the
Dorado
question.
showed up, but the sand bass did not.
Yes. Maybe the sand bass will show up and the Dorado will not.
Maybe.
What would you prefer? The sand bass or the Dorado?
Honestly,
The wide open
either.
2 months of sand bass or the Dorado?
It's both one and the same for me. But the Dorado thing, them flipping in the air,
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Catching them on
Colorful.
catching them on a popper.
Good eating. Yeah, no question. Oh, the SS Rex was the famous prohibition gambling barge in the Santa Monica Bay, 1920s and 1930s.
Yeah.
The mob had something to do with that. Hello, striper and steelhead. I've caught them locally in saltwater. Travis Strain wants the Opson trivia. Let me read a couple more comments and then we'll do the first one. You're right. Joe Valerio, I'll be there on Saturday for the CCA event. Looks like fun. Joe, look me up. I'll see you there, my friend. William Padilla, I have had boat burgers. Albert Ponce, can someone tell me why the double cheeseburgers on a boat are better than In-N-Out?
Yes.
Or is it all in my head?
No,
Albert asked.
there's
There's some about it.
two reasons why a boat burger is the best thing you've ever
I'm
had.
listening.
One, you're stranded on a boat.
There's nowhere else to go and you're hungry.
Two, the grills are seasoned. I think we clean the grills as clean as you can get a grill, just like any other fine dining establishment. But I think it has something to do with the saltwater environment.
Yeah, there's something.
It has something to do with that these galley cooks, they treat that grill top the way it is. It cooks a burger to just about perfection. They always do that special, hot sauce mayo spread on there.
Yeah.
And these guys don't cheap out on their galley ingredients.
Yeah, right.
It's just a damn good burger.
Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Tastes
damn
so good.
burger.
I have them on the Freedom. I was out there. Hey, can you guys do a lettuce wrap? Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Mike cooking?
Yeah.
Mike's the man.
Yeah. And William says, can't wait, but I want to bring out my little brother on a charter, and he has a special diet and only eats on the healthy side. those guys will. Do you let them know ahead of time?
We have
or
a lot
not?
of limitations on a charter. If you get a hold, like if you're
The charter master.
you're
Yeah,
a charter
called
master,
me.
your charter, you're going to contact Aaliyah or Marky,
Yeah.
one or the other.
And say, hey,
You're
I got a guy.
I need chicken breast. I need tuna. I need whatever.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. On an open party trip, you're going to get what you get. So if you have special needs diets, bring what you need to have. If you have insulin, you need to put it in their little galley thing. You can arrange that with you.
Yeah.
If you have special medications, we'll accommodate anything you need or want. But when it comes to like, we don't serve
The
chicken
half-day
breast
book.
too much.
Yeah.
It happens from time to time.
Would the average galley guy just? You may not know that. Would the average galley guy say, "Hey, could you fillet my fish like a little early and make me a fish burger"?
Can't do it.
Why?
It's not legal.
Oh, okay. There's the answer.
you leave
Yeah,
the-
that is not legal,
When
right?
you leave the vessel, you need to have skin patches,
Yep.
fillet lengths. We would.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we would.
Man, that would be
God,
bitching,
it would be
right?
so good.
Yeah.
Man, a cow cod burger?
Oh, my-
Sounds amazing.
Bald eagle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Couple
on the barbecue.
Garibaldi's.
Yeah, a couple Garibaldi. I've actually had that in Mexico.
There was a question, and
Yeah.
it just dawned on me that I did
We
not
missed it?
answer it.
Yeah, what
When
is
they
it?
Scroll back. He was
Sure.
asking about private charters, and
Yes.
it just clicked on me. And
Oh,
we'll
I'm glad you're
apologize.
paying attention.
Apologize. It's
because
way
I'm
back.
not.
It's way back. Hold
Really?
on. Yeah.
You want me to read another one while you're looking for it?
Go right ahead.
Okay, William Padilla, we got him. Javier Lopez says it's the environment. That's why the burgers are better. And Andrew says the views and bloody decks make the burgers taste better.
Hell yeah.
You still looking?
I'm almost there. Hold on.
All right, I can do my option.
Do what you
you
got. Do what you got to do.
Okay. All right. Here's our first option. I've got a $30 gift certificate. I will send it to you. You need to text me if you win. So remind me up there in case I screwed that up last time. Javier Lopez likes black sea bass burgers. Meadow. I've had those
you
too
take
in Mexico.
Black sea bass with cow cod. You put Garibaldi's for the buns.
No wonder the fish and
and
wildlife are there.
then you use bald eagle things because that's what we do out there. We're
Yeah.
complete idiots.
Yeah, right. We kill
That's
everything.
what they're just assuming we're doing. And I'm like, you're right. Look at this. We got 2 Garibaldi's. You use the eye sauce for the the middle. Yeah, we're just complete heathens. Except for that one guy that I.
Putting his finger up a fish's butt and eating it.
It was wonderful. Yeah, it was so fresh.
Freaking awesome, man. Here's the first question. First one to answer this. Now, I didn't write these questions tonight. This is Greg Brown from Opson, and I'm deferring to him. So it doesn't have anything to do with Freeman Adventures this time. Well, maybe a little bit. All right, here we go. Opson is a group of blank in the eye of a fish. Opson is a group of blank in the eye of a fish. People are Googling out there, Mike. Have you ever found this guy's question? The charter question? There's like 500,000 questions on there. I know.
Answer that. That's like a tricky question.
Read
Read that again.
Albert Ponce, lens. No. Hold on. I'll get to you, John, in just 1 second. Let's see if anybody can come up with this. It's a group of what? What is Opson? It's a group of blank in Dan Smith Opson. No. What is squid? This is like Jeopardy now. I like this.
What is?
What is squid? No, Opson is not a group of squid in the eye of a fish, but good guess. I'm going to count this one down and then move on. Well, we'll just, if somebody
I
answers
gotta find
it
this
later.
question, so give me 3 more seconds.
Oh, you're still looking for this guy?
Yeah, you should.
All right, one more time. Opson is a group of, just Google Opson, definition.
Don't let them cheat.
Well, I mean, you don't have to know the answer. Just
They should read more books.
Find it. Yeah, I
When
know,
was the last
right?
time you read a book?
It's been a while, actually. I read like more current event kind of stuff. Proteins! Joe Valerio! There you go, Joe Valerio. Dan Smith was right behind him. Dan. Man. All right, Joe, you need to text me 657-227-6459 and just say, Phil, this is Joe Valerio. I know you're probably not going to remember that you asked a question about Opson because you're very old and tired right now. But send me my, whatever it is, code, and I will do that, Joe. So
Jellyfish.
that's question number 1. Do you want me to ask another one? Have you found this guy?
No,
the question?
I'll end on my comment about charters.
Okay.
You go ahead.
You'll end on it?
Well,
We're not gonna
maybe
quit
we'll
yet.
go on for 3 more hours.
Who knows, man?
Whatever.
Are you good with 3 more hours?
Whatever. It'd be like what the what was it? Telemarketing? Not telemarketing. What was a TV show that was on late night where they collected money?
I don't know.
Jerry Lewis.
Yeah.
We're that one. We're up all night.
Yeah. Should I ask? I'll ask one more here, and then we'll do the third one a little bit later. Okay. Here's another chance to win $30. Not only have you learned that there's half-day bluefin tuna tonight, not only have you heard that there's going to be an incredible club at 22nd Street Landing, not only can you get the Freedman Adventures charter list. Oh, somebody asked about my stuff, too. We're going to make that available to you really, really soon. That was the one that went by, too, and I forgot to answer it.
Yeah, it was right. I couldn't find the question, but I know what the question was.
Not only all of that, not only did Mike tell you about this incredible way to eat a fish, but now you've got $30 worth of option here, and the answer was provided to me by Greg Brown. So if you have another answer, too bad. We're going with Greg's thing. Here we go. Oh, wait, another guy asked a question we forgot about.
Where?
Charles asked if I'm running charters. Yeah, if you want that list, 657-227-6459. Send me a text and say, please send me the charter list. You don't have to say please. Send me the charter list and I'll send that out to you. All right, and the next question is, what is, don't answer this out loud, the fastest fish in the world? What is the fastest fish in the world? This was a question, Greg Brown, and
I know the answer.
Yeah, I know what the book says, but I'm wondering, fastest, it could be like, a sprint or...
I know a guess. After you see it, the right answer,
yeah,
I'm not reading.
Brett Ender, wahoo, mahi.
That's my first guess.
Nope. Marlin, nope. And I've seen this one listed, so I think Greg Brown is right. He looked it up probably on Wikipedia or something. Wahoo, bonefish. No, come on, guys. Mako shark. No. Tuna. No, Albert. Me, William Padilla. Yeah, why not? I'm betting on you. David Trevino. Dolphin, I think, is a mammal.
What about a Dorado? Did someone do that?
No. Wahoo, no. No, somebody's going to Google it and come up with it.
I thought for sure it was a wahoo.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
like I've heard stories.
Seems like it, right?
Mark and Paul told me that the spectra
starts for wahoo, no.
On a reel, they swim so fast that they'll cut the anchor line.
Oh, yeah. That's absolutely true.
That's badass.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Mike V. Sailfish is the correct answer. The mighty sailfish. Joe Valerio. Too late, Joe. I'm sorry. Mikey V, you need to send me a text, 657-227-6459. You're going to throw up, right?
No.
Just send me a text. Tell me you won. I'll send you a code. Tomorrow morning, I'll try to do it tonight if I'm conscious, but sometime tomorrow morning. Good job. We have one more question, but we're going to do that later. You have something to say about charters?
Yeah. His question was...
Oh, you found it.
Well... I remember it now.
Yeah.
It was, how do you go about, what's the ins and outs of booking charters?
Yeah.
And I don't know, that gentleman's still on here, and I do apologize for not answering that, but I think we got onto something semi-political or kid-related. But charters. There's two things what you do at this landing. You go open party, which means that you are going to go out with the maximum of whatever the boat can carry, but it's usually less than that, of ticketed guests for the day. That's open party. A private charter, which Phil does, it's really easy. You find a boat that's going to fit the amount of people you're going to bring. Then you come up with a budget because there's X amount of dollars for a boat. Example, the Amigo's $4,500 for an overnight trip. That will get you to fish basically anywhere. Catalina, Clemente, Santa Barbara, San Nicolas Island, and I don't know about Tanner. It's a little more fuel burn. Everything now is completely reliant on the fuel, the prices. That's what you're paying.
What's the fuel now? Has it leveled off?
We're burning still freaking corn fuel now. So
what's that about?
It's
supposed to be cleaner.
Some law that slid in that nobody noticed, but that's just how it went down.
Is that more expensive?
So Mark Padall, lobster guy, he said it was right around the same price. There was a tax thing. It wound up being one and the same, like close to the price that we're paying for regular diesel.
Yeah.
We don't have enough data. I do know some of the Harbor Craft vessels are burning it and they haven't had any issues.
Yeah.
So it could work out. And they run those boats hard.
Yeah.
We run them boats hard enough so the boats can run forever.
Yeah.
So that's what it's relying on for the charter prices. So you come up with how many people. If you don't even have a clue on how many people, you just give me an idea. Give me a weekday. Give me a weekend. The prices fluctuate. You figure that out. You give me half the money, we book the boat. That gives you that boat for as long as you purchased it for. It's really simple process. Then you have more questions because now you're going to bring 40 people on a half-day boat. We booked a half-day trip, $3,000. That gets you the boat. That gets you the crew. There's a galley minimum, which means you need to eat or drink up to this X amount of dollars, which is $300.
Yeah.
So now,
If you don't, you got to come up with that money.
But with 40 people,
Everybody.
you're gonna have breakfast and lunch,
Yeah.
and it's not, the prices are fair and everything.
Yeah.
Fishing licenses, everybody's required to have a fishing license. It's $19 this year, 19 some change for a day fishing license. The 365-day license did go into effect. We're selling them now. Wait till your first fishing trip to get it, so you can take advantage of having it overlap past January.
Yeah.
So you don't rush. You don't have to rush out now to go get your license.
Right.
So if you're a April fisher guy, and then you'll be able
Wait
to
till
fish
then.
up till April. So,
Right.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you need a fishing license. We can get everybody a day fishing license. We have enough rental gear to outfit all the boats multiple times over, depending on what we're fishing. You rent the rod, buy the tackle. So a $3,000 trip with 40 people turns into about, let's call it $4,000 with all the bells and whistles, licenses and stuff like that. You're only required to give me half of the $3,000 deposit, which would be $1,500. And I mean, if you really want to know, hop on a private charter. Go on Phil's, go on Jeff's, go on Damien's, go on all your friends' groups and see how it goes, because you're not fishing with people you don't know, or you're building a group of people that you, like we were talking earlier about Sky's private charters.
Yeah.
It's a really simple process, but you are on the hook for everything, per se. We do a lot of corporate charters here, a lot of bachelor parties, a lot of really cool, fun team building things. So private charter is really the way to go.
Jeff Yeoman says, once you do a private charter, you'll be hooked. Yeah, I do like open party though, because I get to meet people, but that private charter, that camaraderie, and everything flows really nice. I'm not fishing.
Yeah.
I'm videotaping and I'm watching to see if there's some guy who's ostracized off to the side that needs to be brought into the group. I'm watching all that.
I look forward to my open party people. I like people still, so as an employee of this place, it's fun meeting new people.
Right.
But on a private part, like I would prefer to invite you, Jeff, and all my friends on my charter group, because I know what our expectations are compared to an open party person.
Yeah, right.
So
you might get a
open
jerk
party.
on
So
there.
most people, they buy a ticket. I try not to fantasize this trip for you, like I try not to post a marlin photo of someone holding a marlin, because I mean,
or say something like the bluefin tuna and half day range in
we didn't
January.
catch one. It was a skiff that
know,
got him.
I know. I'm just kidding you.
I know, but
Don't
I'm
get
saying
that
no. I'm just like trying to dumb down, because it's a fishing trip. It's not a catching trip. We're fishing.
Yes.
You have to go through the motions.
Right.
Not to mention, if you haven't done this before, we're going to try our damnedest to get you to catch anything.
Yeah.
We're going to help you. And if you don't say anything, we don't know. We're going to walk around and you seem like you're having a good time. You're at the rail,
Yeah,
we
right.
didn't catch anything for the day.
Yeah.
So it's a fishing trip. So we don't try to, I'll pump the shit out of what's biting, you'll see it, what's going on. You'll see it. You do it.
Yeah,
Same thing.
absolutely.
We're not dragging you down here. We're not trying.
Making stuff
We're
up.
telling you, it's biting now. You should have been here yesterday when it was biting.
Yeah.
Like don't wait for it to bite. Be the fish count down
Exactly.
here. But you might go out. 10% of the people catch 80% of the fish count. These guys fish a lot. So you got to put your time in. That's where my clinic's going to come in.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great idea.
It's coaching classes.
It's a great idea. All right.
Guaranteed.
Christopher Martinez, if it's biodiesel, please check those filters frequently, boys.
Oh, we're on a learning curve here.
Joe Valerio, sorry, Phil. Can you repeat your number? No, sorry, Joe. You lost out. 657 227 6459. There you go. Send me that text, Joe. Good to see you here. All right, and Siri said it too. Pacific Sailfish. Everybody's in agreement. Greg Brown asked a good question. All right, hey, we're winding down
Chris,
here.
what do you know of it?
Hey, Chris, can you elaborate on that? Change those filters frequently, please.
There's people that's smarter than us that deal in this stuff, and
I bet he's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. William Padilla, can anyone point me to a way if finding the lure weight for a pole that doesn't have it listed?
Well, yeah, because I have noticed some of the manufacturers, Daiwa included, Daiwa, Shimano. The Shimano Therese is a popular rod.
Dan Bates just threw us a $10 bill.
Thank you, Dan.
Love you, Dan. Thank you. Deeply appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, we're halfway. We're almost at $10,000.
Yeah,
We're getting there.
Yeah.
The rod, the lure factor, it has a lot of factors. I mean, it didn't say what reel size to put on there either, so it's kind of confusing. This industry is full of so much gray.
Yeah.
Like you can go like right now. The guys from Fishing Syndicate just dropped off a bunch of badass rods. I don't know nothing about. I know their weight rating. I know what reel I'd hypothetically put on here.
But you'd have to try it.
But I'm
test
calling
drive it.
Sam.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam, check this out. I know it works for my stuff, but to find out lure stuff, it's kind of misleading to me, but it's because most people are going to slap on a Tranx and put 80-pound Spectra on it. So you got to do the research or talk to that tackle shop specialist and figure out what works for it, because I've seen it to where it's like 5/8 to 1.5 ounces, but that to me is like, well, that's everything.
Yeah, right. Yeah, everything,
yeah,
right?
Gonna help me out here. So you look at when Sam's on here to answer your question, William.
So you're saying Sam's the expert at this? And
Sam, Alex,
Sam De La Torre, Alex,
yeah, all the
over
guys
there
at
Rusty
Save On,
Hook.
the guys at Performance,
All those
the guys
guys.
that build rods for a living. When you go and see all that stuff, don't get led on too far to what it says, because what reel are you going to put it on there?
Yeah.
It should say this Shimano rod will match up with this Shimano reel and their Power Pro lineup, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's just the same thing. Like you buy a ticket and I'm taking you half day fishing. I'm like, hey, come out fishing. I can give you an 8-ounce torpedo sinker and a size 2 hook. I don't know what you're going to catch.
Yeah, right.
But that's the best part about this thing. But seeing that weight thing on the rods,
It doesn't tell the whole story.
it does not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to know. There's people that really pay attention. Benny, those guys, they know what the hell they're doing out there. They'll fish that warbait lead head and this thing and that other thing. And they know. He's probably the one that put hey, why don't you put the lure weight on there?
Yeah, right.
Message these guys that are pro staff guys for what rod you're looking at.
Yeah.
They'll answer your questions.
All right, Brandon says, we didn't make it out on the Relentless, but was awesome that the Relentless captains reached out. Didn't have the people, unfortunately. We wanted to see if those suckers are still at Cortez. Well, Brandon, let me tell you something. Mike has addressed this from the very beginning of the show. In all seriousness, Mike has described a situation where there's bluefin tuna from the half-day range all the way extending out to Cortez Bank and beyond.
If you have
Is that about right?
If you have a skiff,
Was that too dramatic?
If you are on a skiff, if you have a skiff, because there's not too many support boat options right now.
Yeah, right.
You're on a
So
skiff
you might as
right
well
now,
turn the skiff guys on.
and you were out during last season, and you kind of had an idea where they're at. Go back down that track line. You might run into them,
Okay, that makes sense.
and that's
I
kind
know where
of
to
that's
find
the
them, yeah.
circle that they're going on.
Yeah.
I'd go check the triangle. I'd check between Nick, Santa Barbara, and Catalina. There was fish that Gary saw that they couldn't stop on. They ran out of time coming around the west end of Clemente on
Wow.
their December trip.
Jeez.
We found that smaller grade tuna at Tanner.
Yeah.
It was beautiful fish.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
And there's 60 pounders closer to that. So good luck.
Man. Dave Maestro, hit that like button. Hey, wait a minute. How many likes we got? 45. Mike Morrison wants to see 75 likes up there.
What's the most you've had?
Um,
I'm going to beat that.
I've got 451,000 on
Likes
TikTok.
on a current video.
451,000.
I know what you're doing on TikTok. You get off there.
Had 3 million views on one post on there. I don't know. I have no idea. But we need more likes. David Maestro, Thank you, my friend. I love David Maestro. Not only an accomplished angler, not only a super nice guy, but met me over at the warehouse in La Mirada with copious amounts of clothes, much of which is headed down to Mexico with yours truly on Monday. So I'm doing a mission of mercy, helping kids, and then I'm going to run down a good-looking waitress to send her best to you Tuesday Night Live.
I didn't look. You got all that, did you get that stuff out of here?
No, we're picking it up. Well, we got. It's like
you
a
need
full-time
freaking
job, man.
Fifth wheel right now to
Telling
take
you.
it down there.
I've
You're not gonna
got.
be able to walk.
I got way more than 10 times.
Took away
that.
my nap spot.
At the, oh, I gotta get
I
that.
hate you.
Mine too.
Yeah, we got a little one for you and a big one for
We'll
me.
fix
Yeah.
it up. We'll fix it up. That's for sure. Thank you, David. Really appreciate it. Thanks. Hey, tons of likes coming in. Means a lot to Mike. He goes home and cries if we're not over 100 likes. So
Yeah.
hit that like button. Really appreciate it. Thanks, David. William, I bought an Akuma California rod and reel combo from Turner's, and the pole doesn't have it listed. I've tried looking it up, but I will just try.
What's the weight class on it?
Yeah, if you know the weight class.
What is your intentions with the rod? Is it your like one size fits all rod?
Yeah, and if all else fails tonight, when he says Sam, like you got Alex down here at the Rusty Hook, Sam De La Torre over at Island Fishing Tackle in Carson, and all kinds of guys, Big Fish Bait and Tackle, all those guys, they can all help you out. So take your rod in there and ask away. All right, so here's your biodiesel stuff. Christopher Martinez is a pro at this. I clean biodiesel issues weekly. It's only worth using if you keep an eye on your water separator like a hawk and never store it. Bottom line is, keep it moving and don't let it sit in your tank.
Then we're good.
Okay, perfect. Thank you,
run,
Christopher.
run.
You are way above my pay grade. Thank you for that. Michael Morrison, Mike's cool. Why didn't you put Phil's cool?
Because I'm cooler than you.
You're cooler. Sam's cooler than me. You're cooler than me.
You got to know where you fit in this.
All right, I'm going to give you another one. Who's cooler, me or Scott Buchert?
Definitely you.
Oh my God, I made it. I found one guy, huh?
300%.
Me or Tino Valentine?
Tino's pretty cool.
Oh man, you're a jackass tonight. All right, Steve Bermudez. I thought we were going to get out of here finally, but we are not going to get out of here, which I love. I love you guys. Freeman Adventures family is awesome. If you want a lot of hits, go hang out at a dance studio. Yeah, that's true, right?
Sure.
Very nice, Steve. Tangle Diver, just write your own weight on there with a Sharpie. There you go. There's an answer.
Yeah, I wish I had an answer. If you walked into the shop with that rod, I'd be able to point you in the right direction. Of
Yeah.
What you need to be doing with it.
Joe Valero. Hey, William, I'd start by chucking sinkers starting at a 1 ounce and work your way up. This is good advice. You know what the rod's limitations are before you reach it. That's a good advice.
Yeah.
You get up to a 2 ounce, 3 ounce, and then, hey, man, this is not working right.
Yeah, you find out where that rod's labored at.
Brandon, a.k.a. The Corpse, you know why he's the Corpse?
Yes.
Yeah, Mike is one of not my favorite landing managers. Yeah, Mike is one of, if not my favorite. I thought he was saying you were not his favorite landing manager. I was going to concur with you after this. He's so cool.
We're a rare breed of people.
Who? The people in this
The
industry?
landing management.
Yeah, I know.
I think Robert's pretty cool.
You've got that kind of weird stare going on now. I mean, I think I saw a horror movie once that you
We're weird.
remind me of that. All right, poor Mike. He looks like he's done.
Me?
Yeah, you look tired, I guess.
We played cards last night at Gary's house.
Did you do any
I
good?
didn't get home until 4 in the morning.
How'd you do? You win any money?
I won the first round. I got $160.
That's good. That's really good. Isaac, oh, no, I already read that. Most California rods are made with Phoenix blank. This is Israel de la Cruz. You can look up Phoenix rods in the same class and you see the weight class on it. All right, good advice. John R. Dixon's. Mike's got the better whiskers, so he's Mr. Cool. Got another guy in your back pocket, huh?
John
How much
Dickens-
is he paying you, John, to say that?
You know John?
No, I probably do, but
John's pretty cool.
Is he?
Yeah,
He's another. He's cool and you're cool. But I'm not so freaking
You're
cool.
not that cool.
You
not
just
as cool as
suck.
you're not cool as John.
I probably am not.
You need to hang out with him.
Why? What is he?
He's cool.
John?
Yeah.
Let's hang out.
Yeah. He's a hell of a fisherman. He does Actually,
Nice guy.
You've read a lot of his work.
I've what?
You've read some of his work.
Really?
Western Outdoor News.
I probably know
You
him.
can't read.
John, do I know you?
You've seen it. I don't know if you know him.
I can't read.
How many people do you know that you you don't know, but you've talked to him? You've
Like
met him in
6
passing.
billion people. Yeah, it's like out of control.
Yeah.
All right. No, Jeff. Now I'm going to disagree with you there. Jeff says you're way cooler than me, Phil. That is absolutely
Honestly,
not true. Jeff is freaking a cool guy. I love
There is
Jeff.
not
And-
cool. He doesn't even fit the cool spectrum.
And he's-
like we're cool, but Jeff is such an amazing dude.
He really is.
Like honestly, like
Yeah.
probably the most stand-up dude
Yes.
that I know.
Me too.
Like
Served our country.
solid.
Trust
Dude,
him.
Like I can't. There's not even like he's awesome.
Jeff, yeah, you're cooler than me.
Yep.
You really are. Great show, guys. Yeah, I agree. Senor Soto says, good evening, Phil. Would you consider doing a dual live show with Dan Hernandez? I've invited Dan on the show. In fact, I saw him here at the landing.
Tell him.
Maybe a month
Tell
ago,
him I
and-
won't buy the B-52s anymore if he doesn't do the show.
Yeah, really.
He would be a great
I
plug
invited him
on
on,
here,
and
dude.
then I called him and I said, or I texted him.
He does his thing at home.
Yeah.
And I've turned in some reports on there. He reaches a whole nother different group.
Yeah,
It's interesting. I've read into that. I'd like to see the algorithm.
I'm not
on
afraid
that.
to have anybody on. You know,
No,
I'll
but
have
I'm saying,
anybody.
I would just think it'd be
Cool
cool
to do.
Yeah.
I'm
I gotta
in.
use a different word than cool. I'm really
Yeah, what the
I'm
hell?
lame, you know.
We're getting late. It's getting late. We're just
Yeah.
with the cool. Yeah, no. And Dan said,
I could use bigger
"Hey Phil, I
words.
need." In fact, what I said to him was, now that I remember, I said, "How about next Tuesday night?" And it was like a week before, and he goes, "I need a little more time to plan for that." So
Tell him if he's scared, I'll go on with him.
you'll hold his hand.
100%.
All right, there you go.
He's got soft hands.
Hey, absolutely. We'll have Dan on. I'll reach out to him again. And if you know Dan, open invitation to come in here. In fact, am I booked next? Oh, I'm in Ensenada next Tuesday. I have Dan here and he shows up, no one's here. Thinks I'm pulling a joke on him. So finally, hey, Dan, come on down. Oh, he's in Ensenada.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I'll have the waitress say hi to him,
Like
too.
the Happy Gilmore thing. Meet me on the ninth hole at 9.
William Padilla says, thanks to Israel. Thanks, brother. I will check that out. And Jose, thanks for the info, brother. Hey, you guys, this is the Friedman Adventures family. Everybody helping everybody. That is awesome. Brent says that his shows are on Tuesday and Thursday also. Oh, I didn't know that. All right, so Danny Cadota's on here on Thursdays.
Oh,
And I'm toying with the idea of going almost like this season, going every night.
Do you?
No,
I was gonna say. I mean, you got your
Get to do a recap.
your guys that watch you regularly.
Right.
Maybe the people can't rewatch that would like to participate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Right?
And your timing's good because everybody's either home or on their way home.
Right.
Yeah, no, it works out.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing a show every night, but you might get sick of me. Brandon, a.k.a.
The corpse.
Thank you.
Yes.
Saw him at Cooper's Bar in Lakewood, Phil. He lives around my area. Dan Hernandez, that is.
He is Phil Ornelius's neighbor in Lakewood. Yes.
Oh,
From
okay.
Victory.
Well, there you go. Perfect. Yeah, so definitely we'll have Dan. He's probably doing his own show tonight. So
Maybe we'll go to his house and be on his show.
yeah, that'd be cool. Let's
do it.
That'd be
I'm
fun.
down.
You go too?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I think Dan's great.
Yeah, I would love to
Dude,
go.
I didn't even use cool. I think he's great.
Oh, he's not cool. He's great.
legendary.
Yes, he's been in this business a damn long time
Yeah.
and been
He's got a cool
successful.
boat.
Yeah,
Got a really,
absolutely.
Really nice boat.
Have you fished on it?
No, I just baited him out a few times.
Oh, okay. Oh, out here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, very good. What are we at on likes? 61. Come on, guys, hit that like button. Don't forget, I'll be on the morning briefing in a few more hours. Don't miss that. I'll bring you the very latest. We'll be talking bluefin tuna in our local waters. Apollo, if you'd like to book the Apollo, and she's beautiful, got staterooms, gorgeous galley, you name it, 619-761-0882. You want our Friedman Adventures charter list? I'm starting to go wacky now. Send me a text, and I'll send you the list. 657, I'm going to forget my number, 227-6459. Brandon, what are you doing hanging out in bars, by the way?
That Apollo in the next 2 years is going to be back to its like original, if not better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way you guys do take care of boats around here, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they don't mess around.
No. They don't.
So they were like, "Oh, we're just gonna do this," and I come back in, and the whole thing's gutted.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're like, "Yeah, we had to."
I know. We were doing it.
I
so
might have the old photos when Mark redid the Freedom, like on the inside and out.
It's beautiful now.
It thing's really, really gorgeous.
Yeah.
I joke and it's like it's the Taj Mahal. You know, it's the older brother to the Independence. You know, it's an older boat, but man.
I went on that Legends trip and I hadn't fished it for a while. I was just like, wow, this thing is not only big, but
I'm not paying. I apologize.
Yeah.
But did you air anything from that?
Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't watch
It got a huge. Yeah, I'll send you the link
all
tomorrow.
the names. That
I did like an hour video on it of guys catching fish, and then I didn't interview everybody, but it was open to everybody. Some people are shy, a little shy. But so like Lori.
They're the guys that don't fish anymore because of social media.
Yeah.
Yeah. We ruined them. They will not come back.
Yeah. But most people sat down. Pat Conklin, Mike Conklin, Lori, Savino.
Frank was on there too?
Frank was not on there. No.
Big Frank?
Savino, you're talking about?
No. Frank that used to run the Freedom.
Oh, Frank.
Am I saying his name wrong?
Yeah, Frank. It was Frank. What the hell was his name?
Tall, massive guy.
Frank,
I can't think of his last name right now.
No, Frank was his last.
Mike Frank.
Mike
Thank you.
Mike Frank,
Yeah, he fishes with Damien. He's out out of like 30 trips. He's on 15 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I see those guys down here all the time. I got to introduce. I'd love to see Mike again.
Yeah, he's down here.
Oh, yeah,
it's
man.
pretty cool.
It was good, man. When I walked down there and saw those guys, Pat Whitaker, and,
I know.
God, and Mark Paisano Senior, he was like having a good time down there. He really was.
He wanted to go. He couldn't go.
Yeah, he had
a lot of his
something
buddies.
going on. Yeah, I know, man.
He had something to do the next day.
Yeah.
He woke up late for.
All right, here's Brandon again. Brandon finally joined the show. We missed you all night long. It's good to see you here. I think I'm just reading down below. I think Brandon is going to send a pizza down to the landing tonight for us. But I'll get to that in a minute. Any updates, Mark, on that albacore? We going to get one this year. I hope and pray. What's your new thoughts in January? Who the hell is Mark?
He's probably said me, but I don't have any albacore predictions.
I have some dope.
I don't care.
Tommy Holland is talking to the South Pacific boats.
Yeah.
And it's as bad as it's ever been. There's something up. And then what did he tell me? That the guys in Australia are fishing twice as deep because they have an El Nino brewing. And they're fishing really deep water to get into the cooler water, I assume.
Interesting.
And they're wondering if that's what's throwing the South Pacific bite up. Now, what that says about the possibility of albacore here, I'm going to start delving into that next month.
Well, I mean, there's somebody like Bob Osborne.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's sitting by himself, like with a pencil in his ear, you know, like doing this stuff. I do it a lot, and I don't talk about it much,
But you try to figure it out?
I try to figure out a lot of things. Like
Yeah.
there was a bunch of migratory birds that don't migrate here. There was a few things that I came up with in my head, and you know, you have the Japanese bluefin, our bluefin now, you know, that are bred here. I would assume they bred here.
They gotta be.
Did anybody someone's got that answer.
Yeah,
You know, they
Osborne
wanna-
would
yeah.
have that.
And what's happening here and here and here, and then like I really honestly put it on that the pandemic of the ship traffic shutdown for a lot of different random ass things, and call me crazy for it. The boats sit at night. I fish bait at night.
Yeah,
We catch a lot of our bait
Yeah,
under
those
the
ships.
orange lights
all the time.
There was months and months and months and months and months and months of
With those-
ships adrift. It's the theory. It's a dumb, crazy
I'm
theory.
listening to
but
it. I think I know what you're going to say.
But there was
that-
ships from here to there
and
that
bait
could have made
under all those ships.
made a bridge from point A to point B to Long Beach, right? This is not that far out, right? I'm not making it doesn't. It's
Not yet.
It's
I'll tell you when
believable.
you go over the line.
It's believable because I know I fished under the lights on the true line.
You
When the
talking about
ship- when
catching
the
squid or like fin bait too?
We were out fishing for bluefin.
Oh, okay.
We're on our way to Santa Barbara. That
Yeah.
was like the first wave of the bluefin.
Yeah.
And where the ships were all in line, this bluefin was stacked under it, and it wouldn't leave the drifting ships.
Really?
I saw it firsthand.
Okay.
This isn't
I
crazy.
believe you.
So the migratory birds in our area.
Yeah.
They got on the ship just to go, and they just woke up in California one day. You know, like they didn't move. They were a floating island for them. And this isn't. We did this to us.
Deckhands were throwing them.
It sounds so out of line. And yeah, it has something to do with current and whatever else. But you got these damn ships, thousands of them, just not being able to go anywhere. And at night they collect small little no-see-ums that turn into something else, And these damn bluefin are like, wait, oh shit, look up here. Check this, Steve, look. There's bait. What is this thing? These things just haul ass past us. But what if these little floating islands connected a bridge all the way to California? I heard California's sick. Let's go there. I'm not crazy for saying that. There was a light source 1 to 5 miles away from each other for months. At night.
For how long a stretch?
As far as you can see it. You download that AAS app that everybody finds us on. And if you saw it, I probably have screenshots of it. I'm not crazy. Like, that could have essentially single-handedly fed bluefin over here. Amongst Mother Nature doing whatever the hell she wants.
I'll pass judgment on you. If Brandon gets on there and agrees with you, then you're completely screwed up. We'll see. All right, let's see. Brandon, they have good pizza, Phil. I was doing a takeout, and Dan was there. Well, he explained why he was at the bar. Yeah, it didn't have anything to do with those Bloody Marys. Let's see. I'm on mobile, Mike. The phone loves to autocorrect stuff. Mike, my phone autocorrected because I was just off the phone with Mark at Performance Trackle talking about my rod.
That guy wraps some good rods there.
Yeah, he does.
Really good.
I'm sorry, man. Oh, he's sorry for calling you Mark. I've heard him called worse than that.
Worse.
Mike is on to something, Soto says. He says you got this figured out, perhaps.
It's just, okay, so like you go into a trout pond before, right?
Yeah.
They just swim around freely, and then someone goes past the feeder box, and those things just start going, oh, is this guy going to put a quarter in that thing or what?
Man, you've got everybody coming out of the woodwork to support you on this.
You can train animals.
Isaac says, oh, that's a good idea, Mike. I think you're on to something. Steve Bermudez, have you ever seen aliens at night at sea? Yeah, I think that's a good question.
I have not, but I have seen some really cool like bioluminescence things that would just blow your freaking mind. Absolutely blow your mind at night. I'm on the water night. We leave at 9 and we're back, 6 in the morning. I see some really cool shit.
I saw some weird stuff heading out to Tanner, but I just think it was just
the coolest
sleep.
The coolest things I trip out on, absolutely trip out on, is at night. And you guys have all been out on a sport boat making squid at night. They put the underwater light over the edge, or they put the shade over the edge. And you look down, and you're waiting for the squid to float, because it's supposedly there. And all you see these little weird-ass little things. Like, they're little fish of some... What the hell are those? Like, why does that even exist? Like,
I know, right?
Nobody appreciates that stuff.
I know.
You've seen it.
I love it.
I'll sit and wait for the squid, and the squid get there, we get busy, and we make our bait and go. But, like, these little things that, like, you guys don't enjoy this as much as I do. Like, every aspect of it, from, like...
It's bitching.
The sound of the water splashing on the hull, the camaraderie on the boat, the weird little wormy thing.
That's why you're so good at this, man, because you love it so much.
Those weird little pink sea dicks that were all over the ocean. Did you see those things?
Yeah.
I bet you did.
What do you mean by that? I saw them. I didn't get excited about them or
I got that whole bucket full of them. I threw it on her deckhand. I was sleeping. He was stoked.
That's funny.
They were everywhere.
Albert Pond says, those ships were lined up from Pedro to Cedros. This makes sense, he says. He thinks you're on to something.
Is there
you hit it on the head.
Is there anomaly fishing elsewhere? Like, could this Dorado have followed the boat light pattern? But it came so late in the season, it doesn't make much sense to me.
That Dorado thing is just really wild.
Does anyone have an answer for that?
I haven't asked,
any
biologist. By the way, did you see the whale? Did you watch my short? I put up a whale that washed ashore.
I was watching TikTok videos.
Oh, yeah, you ass. A whale washed up in Ensenada.
Yeah.
In fact, the guy that washed up in front of his house is the bar that I'm going to do because I hooked up with him and I go, can I use the video? And then I called a woman that's an expert in mammals.
Did you see that pygmy sperm whale that washed
up?
I thought that was local.
No, that's Ensenada. I put that up and had the...
I did watch your crap.
Yeah.
I always watch.
You don't know my voice?
I didn't. It was on quiet.
Oh, you had it on quiet mode?
God forbid something weird pops up on TikTok.
Yeah, really? Anyway, that's the bar I'm doing this thing at. The guy's got a sport fishing thing.
I have captioning on my phone so I can listen, watch.
Did it spell out what I was saying?
Always does.
Oh, perfect. I love it.
And it translates it when you speak Spanish.
It does?
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Technology's cool.
Anyway, so what were we talking about before I started
The
talking
Dorado
about that
and
dumb whale?
the damn ships.
Yeah. Maybe I should ask one of the people, because I know all these scientists, down at the, I've been hooked up with
Can you
those
find
guys.
somebody that has an answer for us?
I'll find out.
Please.
Yeah, I will.
And
oh, wait,
and
Brandon might
winning
have
lottery
one.
numbers.
He was in a bar with Dan Hernandez. They figured it out there.
But nobody's asking these damn questions.
I thought he was going to send a pizza tonight. He's just talking about good
You know
pizza.
the show
We're
goes-
hungry, Brandon.
The show goes on at 6.
Yeah. Man, this thing's just cooking along
8:30.
here. How many? Hey, we got to get to 100 likes, you guys. Come on.
How can you see them?
All right, here's Brandon back again. Boy, Brandon gets on here and he doesn't stop. We love him. When I talked to the captain in the hard merchandise, Mike, they fish that bluefin on the trawl. I'm starting to read like a moron. They fish that bluefin on the trawlers, and they are cleaning those crustaceans.
Yep.
And your theory's going down the drain if you're agreeing with Brandon.
No, it's true.
And he said they always get bit on the bluefin behind them.
At
night.
in the Gulf, they sit there, they work, and those things are smart.
I'm kidding. You know that,
like
Brandon.
a
On the East Coast, Mike has to be right. It makes so much sense.
It does. There's
I'm
something
starting to
about
lose
it. It was
faith
like
in the Friedman Adventures family.
it was like when a patty dries up, they go to the next source of whatever souries or weird little no-see-ums are sitting on those patties, and they start eating that thing.
Yeah.
It made it just weird. And then amongst other sources for the fish to hide under.
We threw
It's a theory.
on our Amigo 2-day trip. They threw a frickin' coffee cake in the water. The Dorado were eating it,
yeah.
boiling on it.
No, you've told stories. You can catch something on a cigarette, but
Yeah, how many? I mean, I can't tell you how many sand bass
Bacon.
I've opened up with a chicken bone in its gut, or trying to catch one on a pickle. That was always the wide open sand bass bite if you could get them to bite a pickle.
that's awesome.
And it happened all the time, so it was pretty funny. Tech is cool. Nature is dope.
Yes.
He's making reference to you admiring these things that some people,
And my lack of big words.
yeah, maybe.
I'm well educated too. It's really weird.
That whole thing with going out with Tom and seeing the gray was, we've talked about this,
Yeah.
but it was cool, man. And he's got a good thing going. He'll take 6 people for $100 each, $600, and he's fast, and you find whales. It's a memorable
He-
trip.
Whale watches like your best boat captain fishes.
Yeah.
Any fishes.
Who,
you go-
Tom?
Yes.
Yeah, he's into
Dude, the
it.
guy is amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
just-
into it.
God, that's why he's on your ass about the footage.
I
He wants
know.
to get it out there. Like,
Yeah.
he has no patience.
Yeah, I know.
If that whale is not blowholing or fluking, he is like, on to the next. Let's go.
Yeah,
And-
this is a
and
crappy whale.
How did we get up to Pepperdine? Holy shit.
Shit, we went all the way to Marina Del Rey, and I said to him, we're going 30 knots. And we're just flying, and I go, you know what? If these whales are on like a deep dive, we're blowing right by them and never seeing them.
You don't care, he'll find something.
So he actually, this last trip, pulled him back and went slow, and we found one within 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And he goes, yeah, I think I got to run a little slower.
Yeah, that's the one thing, because the whale people aren't us.
Right. Right.
He's got to like button up, nice hat,
Yeah, be nice.
be nice.
Yeah, be very very
If you want
nice.
to see some cool stuff, Tom's going to take you on a mission.
Yeah, exactly.
A mission.
Exactly. And by the way, if you are thinking about a whale watch trip, Tom's number will pop up here, and I'll read it to you if I get a chance, but it'll pop up here. So
Or-
66 likes, or
310
310
877
877
1257.
1257. Call Tom up right now, wake him up, tell him Mike Morrison and Phil Friedman
Do not call him.
are. Why not? He's going to be very appreciative. What the hell is this a video of?
A black sea bass that they're trying
Oh,
to
that's
sneak.
right. Yeah, I can't. That's right. I was on that trip. There he goes.
It's so cool.
That was a
I've
nice
dove
one,
with
man.
those things at the freaking casino.
Yeah.
They're so scary.
What?
It's a black sea bass.
Oh yeah.
They grunt at you.
I know, man. They're
click at
nasty,
their
aren't
jaw.
they?
No, they're cool.
Big,
They're
yeah.
cool. They get the hell out of their way. They're saying, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, leave me alone.
Get out of here, weirdo.
Let me eat another 150 calico bass today.
We're gonna kill those things next. They're eating all these these calico bass.
Brandon says, don't you guys get bit at night on sea bass when you're anchored, Mike? Making squid? I'll bet you all go bendo.
We look for the big volume. We've had a, like example, we went on the Amigo, I chartered the boat for a 2-day. Knocked the crap out of the yellows in the morning on the front, and then we got called into the back, ripper sea bass bite.
Nice.
We got, half a dozen squid around the boat, and then we got a 100-ton spot under the boat, and it went from full bendo to that was it. Our night was done. My suggestion would be don't find the volume of squid, find the scratchy nesty spots, and you'll see it. But we don't look like, if we get any kind of game fish, ruins it for us.
Yeah.
So like we're driving away from yellowtail. We're driving away from
when you're trying to make bait.
when you're trying to we're trying to catch commercially.
Yeah, right.
So we stay away from those sea bassy areas.
Yep.
You just get on the edge where the guys are. You see the light boats working. All of us have seen it. You'll see the sport boats will get outside of them, and then they'll start, catching a lot more.
Are you okay going this late tonight? Because Tony and Janelle, are they okay?
They went home.
They did?
Yeah.
Oh,
you and me.
I like it. Send that pizza down, Brandon. Right? What do you like on your pizza? Do you like anchovies on your pizza?
I had a badass lunch at Calaveras. I'm good.
Oh, did you go there? You like that place?
It's good.
Pretty good, right?
Well, they
Kind
have
of trendy, kind of.
Yeah, they don't drink their margaritas there. They
don't drink
They do
them.
not do the job. They're foo-foo-y.
Oh, there's no booze in them?
Not really. There's more mango and shit in there, and tahini. It's bomb. They're really good. But they have probably that carne asada plate they sell is probably the best steak in Pedro.
Carne asada. Yeah, I didn't have
Comes
that.
out like it looks like a fajita when it comes out.
Yeah.
But it's the most tender piece of meat.
I had the carnitas. It was good.
That's good,
It was
too.
weird. It was different. It was like no
It's
carnitas.
got that little spin on like cool hippity.
Yeah, exactly.
hipster-
Like trendy
hipster
and,
tacos.
but it's kind of cool. It's got kind of got the, what's the name of it? So people you recommend
Calaveras.
Calaveras, right? And it's on 7th Street.
7th Street.
7th Street in San Pedro.
We have if you
It's
guys
a little
are
expensive.
if
It's a
you're-
little pricey, right?
Yeah. No. If
For
you're-
Mexican food, I mean, $20 for a plate, or.
that's life now. Though.
But yeah, it is.
But-
Dude, I was at Los Alamitos racetrack the other night. I went out for 3 races on Sunday, and I was hungry, but I'm on this keto thing. So I go, oh, they have that tostada down. So I go down to the place I always go to, and I go, wow, they lowered their prices, $8.75 for a burrito now. So I get a little closer, $18.75 for a freaking burrito. I was like, I'll wait till I get home.
But if you're coming here early, there is everything under the sun on 6th Street between Harbor and Pacific.
Yeah.
6th Street is the spot.
It is. There's a bar there that somebody recommended to me for the food, and the guy I went with was drinking, and we were sitting outside. And do you have any like bar? Oh, Tony recommended it. It was
bar
good.
here?
Great food. No, on 6th Street.
Yeah, no. A bar on 6th Street?
Yeah.
There are multiple bars on 6th Street.
Pick one. Maybe you'll get lucky and hit the right one. What was it? It was like the San Pedro.
Well, on 6th Street itself,
Yeah,
San Pedro Buco.
I think that's what
Yeah,
it was.
Buco.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
But also, too, right across the street, they have world-class holding beers.
Oh, yeah,
at
right
the-
here.
At the Crafted.
Do they have food over there?
They have food, like really highfalutin food trucks.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, if you want like a regular food truck, don't go there. But
Oh, it's
if you want
lobster.
some really badass chicken wings smothered in lobsters, they'll give it to you.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it good?
yeah,
Yeah, you've had it?
yeah. I was there 2 days ago.
Was it good?
Yeah, they have good beer.
All right, let's see. Martin M., off-topic question. Please remind me when the Jig Stick meeting is at Long Beach. And Jeff Yeomans, you better be listening still. Do you know?
I can
It's
find
like
out.
the 18th, I
I'm-
want
I'm
to say,
going.
at Marine Park. You're going?
If I'm in town, I'm going.
Yeah, I am too. DJB Phil, congrats on 6,000 subscribers. All thanks to people like you. All thanks to all of you. Really appreciate it. 1.5 million views now. Mike,
I'm awesome.
Never thought we'd get there,
I'm awesome.
Thank you guys. Mike is awesome for suggesting that I use this as the studio for the various. I really appreciate that. Thank you, and hitting that like button helps us continue to move up, everybody. My bad, Mike. Not trying to offend anyone. Just agreed with your opinion
On what?
of the topics. I don't remember Soto saying anything that was off.
Oh no, I'm just joking.
Okay.
I don't have a soul or feelings, so I'm going to work on my vocabulary next month.
Your vocabulary is good.
There.
William Padilla, Jose Valerio. That's why I love taking my daughter fishing. Not only to catch, but to admire nature. We see birds, turtles, dolphins jumping, watching the waves, etc. Man, William Padilla is my hero, man. William, you couldn't be any more right, and you got to be one heck of a dad. Your daughter is super lucky.
February 19th.
February 19th. Close. I said the 18th. Yeah. And it's at 8 a.m. at Marine Park, Long Beach.
If you guys are struggling to cast a lure, and don't be ashamed. Get up there, get out there, and somebody is going to guide you through the process. No one's going to leave you hanging. They might even let you freaking take a jig home, their favorite jig home.
I'll be there also. I was there for that.
Phil's not giving you one of his jigs.
We had a great time. We had over 100 people show up to the one we put on, and 540 Slingers guy made it so good. And there were people. I watched Eddie Leland. He was doing a great job. Gary Wong from Tatty Lures was doing a great job. It was really cool.
Gary is another Jeff Yeoman.
Yes.
Gary's
totally.
Yes, above cool.
Stand up, yeah. Awesome, trust.
He has been nothing but good.
Yeah, I love the guy. I really do. Christopher Martinez, Martin M, February 19th, 8 a.m., Marine Park.
Boom.
Love you, Christopher. Thank you. I'll send one down right now. Let me order one for you and Mike with what toppings. We're just kidding you, Brandon, honestly. Yeah. Next time, we'll get together. We'll have lunch together. Let's do that. Me, you, and Mike. Christopher Martinez, any musubi spots on the 6th? You guys should start selling breakfast at what?
They did just reopen that Ono next to the Rusty Hook. The Ono Hawaiian barbecue place. And they have really good musubi there, but it's fast food. So I don't say it's really good, but I've always had.
Hey, speaking of good food,
we have good food in San Pedro.
Right up here.
They have great food, and pay attention to the dry erase board when you walk in, because the off-menu stuff that Roberto makes.
Really?
Yes.
I've never hit that.
Yeah,
that's my wife's favorite.
They make some of the best soups you've ever had in your life.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruth is nuts about that place.
Roberto cares so much about this customer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
My wife claims that that's the best fried calamari she's ever had in her life. So we have to start with that every time.
Good.
Yeah, it's good.
You get the mozzarella sticks. They're not frozen. They slab out mozzarella, bread them. Everything's done that way up there.
Wow.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah, it's good. There's no doubt about it.
They serve a stiff cocktail.
Do they? Better than...
But if you're, like I was getting at, if you're driving into San Pedro early because of traffic, there is one of 100 different spots to eat, drink, sightsee. San Pedro is the unspoken gem of Los Angeles.
There's a lot of great ethnic food.
And I'm here.
Yeah, really. How can you get any better than that? Dave Clark says, try Nam's Red Door on Pacific Avenue. What kind of food is it?
Vietnamese.
Oh, really? I drove by it. It's small, right?
You wouldn't stop there.
Yeah, it's a hole in the wall.
One of those
and
places,
it says Vietnamese food on the front. I saw that and I go, I got to eat there one day. Is it really good?
It's very good.
Yeah?
Yeah. My buddy Kiki that works with us at the bait company made me go there.
Do they have pho there?
There's no way in hell. Yeah, there was no way in hell I would ever stop at that place. It's just no way.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Really? Good recommendation, Dave.
If you ever want a food coma, Louis on Pacific.
Yeah.
Get there early. They go crazy in Chinese food.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it Louis?
Louis.
Where's it at?
Right across the street from Fantastic. Or that Troy's.
What street is that? Or Pacific?
You can make a loop from...
Is it a sit-down joint or one of those?
Yeah, sit down and take out. When you get here early, they'll give you $100 worth of friggin' Chinese food for $12.
Really?
Yeah. They have food for days here.
Wow.
That's why I don't leave this place.
Yeah, really?
It's great.
Man, that sounds
awesome. If you get here early, you can go to Terranea and go sit on Nelson's and go look at the ocean beforehand. You can go to Trump's, get a fine dining freaking
there's
meal
all kinds
there
of great
too,
stuff
work
here,
your
huh?
way down. We have everything. Boca de Feliz, best pizza in town right now.
Donde?
Besides,
Here in Pedro?
yeah, or actually that.
Boca de Feliz?
Yeah,
Happy Mouth?
sure.
Brandon says, best lobster bisque I've ever had was upstairs, Mike and Phil.
If you say that was the best, their corn chowder is better.
Bob Gifford
when they make it.
is a friend of mine, and he agrees. He says,
Yeah.
loves the lobster bisque.
Yeah, that their corn chowder will blow anyone out of the water here when he makes it.
Steve Ramirez wants to know if it's better than Berth 55 fried calamari.
So Berth,
I like Berth 55. I used to eat there a lot.
Is a one of the nicest shitholes there is. They have really good. You go in there and you're like and you eat, and I've never had
Me either.
a bad experience there.
Me either.
That is a cool spot, and it's got good food there.
You know, I did a video.
I'd rather eat there than over at Portugal.
I did a video, and I interviewed the mariachis were playing, and I shot a little bit. This was 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I interviewed Beaker, I think, and it was an okay video. It got 700,000 views. I never did this live.
Greg Jacobs?
Yeah, I could hey,
Over
I'm
there?
doing it. Yeah, this is like 10 years ago, and I
okay.
always looked at that video and go, "This is kind of a crappy thing, it's not that great." And
No, it looks like it's.
why did it get 700,000
It's
views?
a shithole. They haven't had no reason to upgrade anything. The waiting staff, the people that work there are wonderful.
Yeah, they are.
It's just a cool, like the chowder barge.
Yeah,
That's
I've never
another
been to that.
Wonderful place.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's over in Wilmington.
Yeah.
There's a place.
You have to get lost to get there, though.
I think there's a place called Louis over there in Wilmington,
haven't been.
and it's a Chinese joint. And I used to go there because
Louis is right here. Remember when you take a ride on?
Is it a chain? Is there more than one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Louis 2.
Yeah. That other
Louis
one is
number
in
2.
Wilmington.
Yeah.
It's over by an
But
AA
going to the
meeting,
chowder
I think.
barge, you're going over the bridges. When you get to the middle of the two bridges, and you go towards Anaheim,
Yeah.
and where it gets all split up, you got to kind of like cut left and go back under the bridge.
Yeah. Is the chowder? Do they have more than chowder there?
They have everything you want. They got a badass burger there. They got food for days here.
Can you have a steak or something like
They
that?
got a lot of food options.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. How'd this
Another
turn
place
into-
you go in there and just like, but you eat it and it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm guessing they have great clam chowder.
I would hope so. I never had it.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not a clam chowder guy?
No.
I love clam chowder. Brandon, yeah, and I always enjoy Port's a Call in Pedro, Steve, when I ever get a hankering.
Yeah.
There's your...
No, that fish platter they do with the bread, that's pretty good. But I would say I like the Berth 55 fish over that. Just, I don't know. Maybe it's just they're not mass producing it.
Yeah, it's good, man. There's no doubt. Good stuff. I hate to say this, but we may be wrapping this show up. I don't see any more questions up there. Is there anything else you want to say? Oh, wait, I have one more Opsin fluorocarbon thing.
Oh, wait, there's more.
All right, one more. One more $30 certificate. This is a weird question, and I have the answer here. So I will let you reveal it, but don't reveal it, Mike, until it's time. Please do not peek. So this is, as I said, Greg Brown came up with these questions. The man from Opsin Fluorocarbon. Don't forget, www.opsinusa.com. Put in FA at checkout. You'll not only get a love note from Greg Brown, but you'll get a free gift. And he'll perfume that love note from time to time. So that's for the FA family.
First started dating my wife, she would do that.
No, I still do it.
Smell it.
My wife, whenever I write her a note, I got to put,
So nice.
yeah.
The little
Is it?
touch that's missing.
She never does it for me, though.
Because
she
you
always asks
fart
me.
on it and probably hand it to her.
I give it. No, I do it for
dirtbag.
her. She doesn't do it for me.
Go to buy her flowers tonight.
I always do.
Do it now.
Where the hell are you getting
You
flowers?
haven't done it in months.
Well, it's
I
like
don't believe
midnight,
you.
isn't it?
I don't believe you. You're a liar.
Something like that. All right, I'm gonna. We'll go to that question. Here's the question, and then we're still here apparently. Number 3, if Phil Friedman, he came up. If Phil Friedman had to fish with only one type of pound test for the rest of his life, what would it be? If I had to fish with 25-pound test, 30-pound, what would it be? What would Phil Friedman's pound test? Mike is yawning.
Can I guess?
You can guess, yeah, because it's going to be a guess. 40, 60, 10.
12.
I can tell you. 12, 20. Still, not yet. Come on. Israel!
Oh,
Mike?
Yeah.
Let's see it. Show it to the camera,
You're
nice and
right.
close.
We talked about this.
So you got to show it so people know.
It's 100-pound.
I love fishing 100-pound. Israel knows me well
Straight
enough.
yo-yo.
Straight yo-yo. And I would murder the sand bass with 100-pound.
Yeah, one way to do it, that'd be it.
Calico. Yeah, if I had to fish with just that for the rest of my life, man, I'm going to cream them. I'm not much of a sportsman, as you can see. Just kidding. All right.
Start lightening up your guys' test rating. That's
Hey,
my
can you go back
suggestion,
and see what those questions were before all these answers came in? All right, folks, we're hanging in there tonight. We're going for midnight tonight. Mike Morris, if you can get that thing up to 100, we would really appreciate it. And I'm talking about smashing that like button for us all.
Boo-boo. Busy Bee is still open. Ducks go.
All right, so Brandon wanted to know if Busy Bee was still open, and it still is. They make those giant sandwiches, right? Busy Bee?
You call them whatever they want, but the best things like their belly buster. It's like 2 sandwiches in one.
Belly buster. I remember
Whatever you want to do. The barbecue chicken's really good there.
Anything else on there that I forgot? Was there another one before that? I think there was.
The Sack says our show was awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Yeah, Israel came to the rescue. I left the winners, and I forgot to tell people to send a text to me. So I got home and I remembered one, and then I sent Israel a message. I go, hey, did you win something tonight? And he goes, no. And I go, I can't remember. So he sends me the list of everybody who won. He was paying such close attention.
If by any chance you need to find this guy, he is at 141 West
Who, me?
22nd Street, San Pedro, California.
Where you can come down and purchase one of these
90731.
gorgeous hats.
The door's right here.
Hey, my door is always open.
Door's always open.
Come down and get a hat.
If you did not know, my door in my office is always open for everything.
Yes, mine is too. I love, I leave the, I don't have to open that outside door, and I love the ocean air, and, you do look tired. All right, Brandon, I love their tuna sandwiches. Was so fresh. Busy Bee is amazing.
Yes.
All right, you want to get out of here? Or you want to keep going? Well, let's get out of here. I've had enough. Haven't you? I got to get up and do the morning briefing in 2 hours.
I'm freaking cooked.
All right, folks, we can't thank you enough for everything you do. Carlo Bobley says, usually take it and drive up to the Korean Bell for a quick picnic.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, right?
I'm telling you guys, first time, for you guys watching this now or watching this 2 years from now, if you got a trip leaving at night and you have nothing better to do, just go drive around San Pedro. Once you get past 19th Street and beyond on the upper half of San Pedro, just keep driving to the end of the world.
Beautiful.
Turn the car off, get out, go to the Point Fermin Park. Badass.
Yeah.
Korean Bell, badass. There's multiple monuments here. You don't even need to Google it. You just wind up running into something really cool.
We'll walk around and figure it out, right?
There's so much to do here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, and you didn't mention the fishing.
Well, they're already on their way here for the fishing trip, Phil.
Yeah, I know.
They need to kill time.
You tell them to
They got here
come early.
They got here at 3. Yeah. And drop your tackle off in the shop if you guys don't feel like it's safe in your car. Bring it in. We'll store it in the back for you. And then go run about.
There you go. Israel says he's got to make another trip down here soon. I hope so, man. I would love to see you. I'll make sure Scott Buchert is here, and the three of us can go off to a casino for a little while. Isaac says, get some rest, Mike.
I'm tired.
Why is Isaac so concerned about you? He doesn't say anything about me. I'm tired, too.
I'm tired because it's my fault. I can't tell you the rest of the story, but it wasn't long.
Oh, I hear this. When you're out playing cards, I can kind of fill in the blanks.
You've been here long enough today to hear, probably heard the stories.
Oh, my God.
It was awesome. Best day ever.
Blue Sky says King
it was so good. Mark yelled at me.
Paisano? Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, that's funny.
It wasn't my fault.
All right, everybody. Can't thank you enough. I'll see you for the morning briefing tomorrow morning. I'll be out at Challengers Anglers Club tomorrow night in Azusa, California. Don't forget, Thursday night we have the Danny Cadota Show, and I'll be doing a live show from Ensenada, Baja California. Man, that's going to be fun. Okay, so you got to join us. I think it's my first live show from a foreign country. So that'll be a lot of fun, and I'll get that all organized when I figure out my schedule. I might switch that to a Wednesday night if I have a dinner that I have to attend. Tuesday night? I don't know what's going on. I have to look at the schedule. But for now, we're going Tuesday night, and I'll let you know. Danny Cadota Thursday, as I said. Mike, it's been a lot of fun, man. This is a fun show. And once again, man, it's not much, that little hat, but it comes from my heart for everything you did.
I appreciate what you
to
did
make
for us too.
to make the. Hey, man, I'm trying, but I can't never repay your kindness. I really mean that.
I'm a bad person.
Dave Clark, thanks for hanging in so late. Good night, everyone. Good to see you all. Much love as always. Same to you, Brandon. Good show. Good night. I think we're good. Mike, look in that camera while I limp over here, and I'll turn it off. You can say anything you want. Go ahead. Last time you get to look at our audience and say something.
I'll be a little more personable next time.
You were good for the first 2 hours.
I'm cooked.
Thanks, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you again next time for